I think it's working. All right, is it working? Can you hear me?
I'm SWETZ.
And I'm Steve.
I used to be an average, ordinary guy. So one day a pair of magical glasses fell from the heavens and gave me the powers and rhythms of an electronic future. Now with my glasses and my cousin Steve,
I just like to be on the internet.
we're ushering in the future electronic.
SWETZ.
Steve, this is the SWETZ and Steve Show.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 13 of the SWETZ and Steve Show. As you can see, I'm with my brother. I had to copy Brandon. Check out the getup. I got the Ghost Hunter DLC. I want to hear what your thoughts are, Brandon. If you think it's legit or not. I got the cap right here. I got the hoodie. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to join your crew, man.
You ready to join my crew?
What do you think?
If you join my crew,
Yeah,
you might run off the first night. You might run off the first night, man. I think I more or less will scare people off for what I'm looking for all the time. So, like for instance, I call him the mascot. I want to kind of like, get people in there that's terrified, close them inside doors, don't let them out, keep them trapped a little bit. So use them as bait.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 13 of the SWETZ and Steve Show. If you don't know who I am, my name is SWETZ. I am an artist. I am a podcaster, musician, gamer, and co-host of the show. And the other co-host of the show, my cousin Steve. Steve, care to introduce yourself?
I'm Steve. I am the co-host of the SWETZ and Steve Show.
Hi, Steve.
What's going on, man? Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
nice to meet you. This is our real first interaction. So very nice to meet you.
Yeah, man. I've been watching your videos. I've been I heard. Only thing I knew about Steve was he just likes to be on the internet. So
it's so true. It is so true.
Well, hey, that's all you need to know with Steve, and the rest is kind of a mystery. I mean, I'm still kind of learning things about Steve as I go along. You know what I mean? But we can't go any further. We can't go any further without introducing our special guest on episode number 13, Mr. Brandon Cotti. Mr. Brandon Cotti, introduce yourself to the clean ones out there.
Well, basically, so my name's Brandon. Most people know me as Fun Uniform. Well, they used to. At this point, it doesn't really matter about the actual name. It's just a partnered streamer name. I won't get in like all the details of like the gaming and stuff like that. But basically, I came from Mixer. I was a Mixer streamer. I was known as like the Jason Voorhees guy, the horror content creator, video game player. And we went from playing those horror games in Friday the 13th all the time for 8 months, and we partnered. So we partnered with Microsoft. We had a good run with that. We started doing paranormal podcasts, but around the same time we started doing that, they closed down and sold to Facebook. So with Facebook, signing my contract with Facebook, I actually had a bigger opportunity with what I actually love to do and with what I have a passion for. I had more of a opportunity to take that career path. So I went back into paranormal investigating, even though I've been in the paranormal for years, and it was just a bigger opportunity I had. So basically Fun Uniform, but I'm so used to hearing Brandon now because that's what they call me during investigations. But yeah, man, I was just like anybody else. I was just a regular streamer, and I partnered really quick. I just got, to be honest, really lucky. I don't know how Friday the 13th, the video game, saved my life, but it did.
Really?
That game is actually terrible, but it partnered me. That's what got my career running, man.
Yeah, that's really cool. I remember Friday the 13th. Actually, it was it needed a lot of polish. It was pretty hit or miss sometimes. But were you gonna say something, Steve?
Yeah. So real quick, that's actually a game that I enjoy playing. Is Friday the 13th. So that's pretty cool.
I got burnt out from playing it though, and then I was also. Well, literally, people were, like, "Oh, fun's on," at the Funhouse. They automatically think, "All right, you're gonna play it." So I would disappoint people if I didn't play it. I got so tired of it. So in a way, I'm kind of glad. Like, the gaming thing was fun and all that, but I got oh man, I'm glad I don't have to do it anymore. I support people, and I just glad I don't have to really stream games as much. Oh man, I just got burnt out because I was known for horror content, and it's hard to pick and choose horror games these days if there's nothing new. So basically, that's just a little story where I came from. But I'm from Maryland. Like I said, my name is Brandon. I'm from Maryland. I got 2 stepsons and 1 daughter. That's blood. I grew up in a very dysfunctional family, which, I had a hard life. I've been to the ringer. I went through being homeless to having actually addictions and being clean for years now. So that's where it all started, man. And what I do with paranormal and my career now with Facebook and our show actually keeps me going. Helps out my anxiety and all the mental illness I suffer with. So
right. Yeah. Well, thank you. That's a good introduction, man. And
that's a very good introduction.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll learn. I when I was making the list of questions that I wanted to kind of give to you to kind of like prepare you a little bit. Yeah. Like these are like great questions that like I'm really, really dying for you to answer. But before we get into that, I just want to say shout out to all the Fun Uniform, Paranormal in the Funhouse fans that are in the house tonight.
On a Thursday man, I appreciate it.
Hell, we got let me get some shout outs here. We got Willie Beeman. What's going on, Willie Beeman? He's shining. We got Alyssa Mizuki. That's a new face. Hi, Melissa. Not Melissa. Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa. How are
Alyssa.
You?
Spiritual reader right there.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's badass.
Got a lot of people that a lot of following that does readings and stuff now. And then we work. Of course, we have a empath on our team, so there's a lot of them I'm meeting. So Alyssa's actually one of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna share this out for you guys too, man. I just want to say before you even get started that I love what you guys do. Like the show, it's very interesting. It's different, and I found you through the Red Man thing, and I thought it was awesome. And you guys remind me, Steve and SWETZ and Steve just goes perfect together, and I think that SWETZ is a lot like Weird Al Yankovic. So
that's cool, man. That's cool. I have a question for you. So I am the skeptic. I'm the one who doesn't believe anything on the show.
Oh man, you're the skeptic. I had a feeling.
So I'm the skeptic of the show. I want to believe, but I need empirical proof beyond a reasonable doubt that ghosts exist. So before we get started and start talking about all the comments and whatnot, perhaps we can set time where when you're within the tri-state area or anything like that, Steve can participate on your show if you'll have me. I'm not going to force myself on you.
I would love to do that. Where are you at? I'll meet now.
I'm in the Chicagoland area.
Oh, you're in Chicago? Okay.
Before we continue, let me give a few more shout outs to the people in the chat. We got Leroy in the chat. He says Maryland is on the wrong side of the border. I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either, Leroy. We got Kathy Holbrook. Hey, the Funhouse is here to represent. Hell yeah! Shout out to Kathy. We got Lord Panatra. Leroya. There you go.
Friend of the show.
Shout out to Lord Panatra. Absolutely.
I know my setup would be better, but I'm at a hotel and the internet went to shit. So
that's
I can curse on here, right?
Yeah, we could say.
No, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Fuck shit, whatever.
There you go.
The internet.
We got Matthew in the house. Shout out to Matthew. We got Howard Kidd. What's going on? We got Bandito. Hail and well met. Absolutely, Bandito. Hail to you. Yeah, Steve, he is coming to Kentucky soon. That's right. Aren't you actually in Kentucky right now? Or
yeah, no, I'm not there yet. Will be though. And we've been going to Virginia a lot recently. Yeah, Kentucky is next. Take care of a few things. I'm actually going to wait an extra week before we go down there. So we're going to Kentucky. Actually, tomorrow we're doing a live investigation, and we're filming the next episode tomorrow. Originally, it was going to be at the Fells Inn, dealt with the issue, but then so we're going to a different place called the Robert Johnson Hotel tomorrow. So we're actually going to be in Maryland. This is going to be part 3 of the most haunted hotels that are connected to each other, starting tomorrow, the last one there in Maryland. So
nice. Before we begin into all the questions, once again, I just want to say thank you for everyone who's watching. And hell yeah, we have passed the mark for the amount of live viewers. We have 18 right now.
Oh wow, man.
If you may, it's growing. But I wanna say, if you may, kind viewer, if you are a fan of this, if you're liking this so far, if you'd be so kind to like, to share, and let's hit 20. Can we hit 20 live viewers at a single time? Can we hit a new record for the SWETZ and Steve show? I think we can. We got the clean ones. We got the what do you call your fans? What do you call your fans?
Well, we used to. What do I call my fans? I don't know. Misfits and Black Sheep. Literally, we call ourselves the Misfits and Black Sheep. Yeah. We always have. I mean, that's what I always consider them, and they all agreed to it. So it's usually what we'll say.
Hell yeah!
We're supposed to be a bunch of rejects,
we got the clean ones in there.
The kids that came from like nothing. And then we're like all into the weird, paranormal, the horror. So it's always been like that, even when it came to gaming. Like, let's just get the strange ones out of the group. Because we always was about mental health awareness when we were gamers. We were always in this big thing. So that's where we came up with that. So
Hell yeah.
Do I have any fan names? What are my fans' names?
for your fans specifically, Steve? I don't know.
Do I even have any fans?
Any of Steve's fans in the comments, like, say what would you like your kind of like your nickname to be? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Steve, throw it at me, Steve. So throw it at me.
I'm not creative. I am not creative whatsoever. So,
I guess
you do a good job. You have a certain style to yourself.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's why you work well with SWETZ. SWETZ came from a different planet. Steve is like this guy seems so nonchalant, but it works very well for you, man. That's what makes it perfect.
Thank you.
That's right.
Well, I'm excited to have you on the show. This is going to be a fun one. My favorite episode.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if any of you guys in the comments have any questions for me, Steve, or Brandon, anything regarding paranormal, just leave them down in the comments. Actually, I'll tell you what. Save them for about an hour into the show, because I kind of want to get through some of these questions that I have for Brandon. Then you can go ahead and actually, if any of you guys are really that interested, I'll send out the link to join the stream. Actually with us here on StreamYard, and you can kind of ask your questions that way if you so choose. But nevertheless, save your questions for a little bit later, and then I definitely want to know what you guys want to talk about as far as paranormal goes. But let us begin. So you've already introduced yourself. Your name is Brandon Cotti. You're the lead paranormal investigator, Paranormal in the Funhouse, which I'm going to go ahead and run your banner again for anybody, any of our viewers on Facebook or who have a Facebook that are not following him. Yes, hell yeah, at Fun Uniform, all one word, lowercase letters. If you go and follow that, that's where you can see Paranormal in the Funhouse. His a series of your paranormal investigations, Brandon.
It will be so like on there's a playlist basically. There's like uncut raw. There is a series with the already official season 1, episode 1, episode 2 is out. there's different playlists. The series is where the episodes are, but they're slowly releasing from Facebook to Amazon. Mid-season will be on Amazon. And then the YouTube channel is being worked on right now. We just didn't want to have our YouTube channel with nobody on it, so we got the producer that's doing everything is working on that. So yeah, so once they follow me on Facebook, I'm a Facebook partner, filmmaker. I'm still a video game creator once in a blue moon. But when you go in there, that's all you're going to see, the paranormal, man.
Yeah, shout out to Kathy for sharing this out and everything. I appreciate that. But
Kathy is amazing.
So yeah, hell yeah. Kathy, you are okay with us here on the SWETZ and Steve show. A+ for you. So yeah, the first question that I had for you, Mr. Brandon Cotti, was that let's see here. What were your first paranormal experiences that you can remember? Now, they don't necessarily have to be the most impactful, but probably maybe we could say that your first paranormal experiences that were like the most impactful, that kind of got you thinking about what lies beyond the veil of the third dimension. What is in the spirit world? Please.
It's a bit of a long story, but so there might have been experiences before. There might have been some things. Like I actually wrote some stuff down, but I kind of just go off the head. But literally, there was a house in Pasadena, Maryland. That's where it all started from. Pasadena House, which is abandoned now. Nobody even lives in it. So I'm trying to actually investigate it. I don't know how old I was, but I grew up in Pasadena, Maryland at the time. This was years ago. There was stuff going on in the house. Literally today, I still think it was actually demonic, not just like some crazy, paranormal experiences, but a lot was going on. I was young, so my family didn't want to tell me what was going on, even though I knew something was wrong. I just didn't understand it. We had one night, I guess this is, I had anxiety. I still suffer with it. At this point in time, it got worse. Ever since being in this house, my mental health and my physical health declined, and it's still today. It declined ever since that home. But I ended up going to my mom's room one night, I guess freaking out, crying over something. I remember woke up with sleep paralysis, the first time I ever experienced it. She wasn't in the bed. The hallway light was still turned on, but I thought I was dreaming, but I was actually awake. So I still can't tell a day. I'm like, dude, it's got to be a dream. But I was crying out for help, and I couldn't. And I couldn't move. But around me was a bunch of gray figures, and I never seen this since. These gray figures look like aliens, dude. They look like ghosts. Okay, so that's where it all started. Right there, I freaked out. I told my mom. She said it was a nightmare, whatever. But then she puts two and two together. Everybody's slowly having weird things happen, and I'm kind of like, all right, so what's going on here? Basically, the guy that used to live in that house, his wife died, and they don't know how she died. And he celebrated Halloween every day. He said he was a weird guy. There's something in our backyard that was buried. There's this thing that used to stick out the ground, but it was so deep that you couldn't pull it out. And we never unburied it. And we had a basement. So that's where a lot of activity happened, from sounds to feeling watched. Or when we left our dog there in a steel crate, when we left, he was in a crate back in the day. He would scream and cry, not over being in the crate, but he would freak out at looking at something that's not there by chewing on the bars till his gums are bleeding, just because he was still scared of being in there. And then when we had people stay downstairs, they had weird experiences. My brother Brian, which passed away not long ago, he had a lot of experiences there too. He had the window shield crack, like somebody shot at it. You thought a BB gun shot the window. Mysteriously, it just looked like it. The same room that he slept in was the room I slept in, not knowing that the attic is where it all actually started from, believe it or not. The noises, footsteps, and conversations. My mom would sit at home during the day, and I'd be in school. She thought I was skipping school or somebody was intruding the house. She was yelling and freaking out. Who's in here? My dog, little wiener dog, barking at the steps like somebody's there. I freaked out a couple of times and called the cops thinking somebody broke in. Remember, I still didn't know this is paranormal. So it finally came down to this point where I mysteriously got sick with salmonella poisoning, and our doctors could not figure out what caused it. It wasn't bacteria. It wasn't food. I got so sick, I got put in a wheelchair. And I never heard of salmonella doing that, but I guess it's possible. So I got sick there with that. And the reason why I remember all this is around the same time Christopher Reeve was dying, I think. That's how I remember. That's weird, but that's how I remember that time. So I had illness, mental illness. My grandmother had another issue too. We went out to a party one night. She was sleeping. She said somebody pinned her down on the bed. She screamed out for help. Nobody was there. She felt the strong force. And, my grandmother, I don't think she's a skeptic. So she can't figure out what that is. Like I said, it was weird, man. That the first time I ever experienced this stuff was looked like gray alien figures all around me. And I felt like I was drugged up and I couldn't find my mom. And dude, every day, some weird stuff happened in that house, man.
So that was sort of the catalyst. That wasn't everything, but it was the catalyst and it was the first experience. Okay, I got you. Wow. That's quite a history you got there.
Yeah, man. That's like, and then recently we drove by, and I want to see if I can use our credentials and our partnership and what we do as a career to film there. I got to find out who owns the home now. The last people that moved in after us, a young family, they're not there anymore, and nobody else has moved in since. And there's like trees growing out of the back, and it's like right in a nice neighborhood, and it's starting to look like garbage. I want to investigate it, see if they remember me.
That would be, yeah. Some of the, maybe some of the like residual spirits or the residual energy would like recognize you. Wouldn't that be freaky as fuck?
I would love to put that to the test. It'd be a test of my theory.
I pinned your grandma down the bed like 20 years ago. You remember that?
Yeah, man. There's times that I feel like, was it paranormal or was it something else? I'm not big into space and aliens, and I don't know if anybody in here that's watching believes in it. I believe there's something out there, but I'm also thinking sometimes we might mistake paranormal for that, and that we don't know, we don't understand. And those gray figures, dude, I still can't get it out of my head. I'm like, I haven't seen one since I've been an investigator and filming. Never seen one of those again. So I don't know what that was. I'm still curious what that was, man. That's why I thought it was something dark, because it taking shape or form that way. You weren't from here, man. You weren't from this planet. I don't know.
Wow. Shout out to Chris Adams in the chat. He says, "Hey, what's going on, Chris Adams?"
What's up, Chris?
Here? Hell yeah. Shout out to Chris. We got Carrie Keys. Carrie Keys, am I saying that right? Just a blanco comment. What's up, Carrie? What's going on? We got Mickey. She says, I have never experienced sleep paralysis. And Matthew says sleep paralysis is the scariest thing ever. Well, yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It is. And it still hasn't been identified of what it is. And a lot of people still compare it to paranormal. And of course, I'm going to be honest. I'm skeptic when it comes to that. I think it's maybe an illness when it comes to sleep paralysis. I'm not sure. I
have a theory. Yeah, I have a theory because I had sleep paralysis a couple times in my life. And at first, I was a little younger. I was in my mid-20s. This is when Ghost Adventures started to take on. And I'm thinking, like,
hell yeah, Ghost Adventures.
Maybe maybe I am being visited by a ghost. But then I thought to myself, like, I'm sleeping, and maybe it's just the disconnect in my brain that I'm still supposed to be sleeping, but I'm actually just awake, and my body's catching up with my brain. That's my thought of sleep paralysis. Brandon, I don't discredit anything that has gone on in your life, because I've had some weird things happen to me, but I'm still a bit of a skeptic because I don't really know. I can't explain it. So like, I don't want to be that guy.
Sleep paralysis is a little bit different anyways than paranormal. It's just something that people can be like, it could be. And it was just a weird experience that when it happened around the same time, I felt drugged up and I'm seeing, wait, what the fuck are these figures around my bed? And I'm a kid, not that I was dreaming, but if I was dreaming, I wouldn't. It was like being awake. It was like somebody putting you under before surgery. And I never experienced that again. So like I said, that's where it started from. And then I started having sleep paralysis a lot. And I think my health just declined, period, from there. And a lot of people have questions about sleep paralysis because it's scary as shit. And I don't know. Yeah. Like you said, we don't know if it's paranormal or if it's health or if what it is.
That leads me to my very first shower thoughts.
All right, hit that shower thought, Steve.
Brandon, this is your first live shower thought, so I'm going to make sure that this
it's so special.
Is very, very good. And it's about aliens. So
go ahead.
If ants were found on another planet, they would technically be considered aliens. So from that perspective, I think that yes, aliens exist, because even if you found a little itty bitty ant, then on another planet, which is very possible for that to exist, then obviously from that perspective and that logic that I bring to the SWETZ and Steve show, to the SWETZ and Steve show, then yes, aliens probably exist.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm curious about it. It actually got mentioned recently during our investigations. Would you ever go hunt for like where there's been alien activity and stuff like that? They have the equipment for it. I'm like, I don't know how serious I would take it. I like I said, there's definitely something out there when it comes to that. I still believe that's a big part of paranormal. Some of the stuff that we come across, you never know, that might actually be what we believe in paranormal. We're not 100% sure, but
right.
There was that Unsolved Mysteries where it was like aliens came in and invaded. I don't know. It's a Netflix show. Aliens came in and invaded a town, and then this girl saw the guy get beamed up, but it was like he was just running in place for 5 minutes. That was an interesting episode. The whole Unsolved Mysteries thing is.
I used to watch that. I definitely used to watch that. I mean, you guys probably guessed, I am a huge fan of Zach Bagans in Ghost Adventures, and literally a huge fan of them.
So I have a funny.
Brandon, let me tell you
something.
Go ahead.
I have a very funny Zach Bagans story. I'm sitting. I actually met him. I met him. I'm sitting in the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas, and he lives in Vegas, and it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm playing poker, and I just took a massive hand off these two guys. These two guys are drunk and they were doing silly shit. And I look up and I see that Zach Bagans, one of his buddies who isn't on the show, and then I guess their girlfriends was watching me play and take down this hand. So I rack up all my chips, and then I stack them, and I go up to Zach. I said, "Hey Zach, I'm a big fan, blah blah blah." And he says, "Hey, that was a good hand." And that's my Zach Bagans story. True fucking story that you
that's awesome.
Only get here on the SWETZ.
Yeah. How long ago was this? Was this like?
We lost Luke.
Was this back like when they were still getting big?
Yeah, it had to be
when Nick Roth was still on the show, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. It had to have been
Nick Roth, dude. Hell yeah.
I think it was when the Miami Heat versus the San Antonio Spurs was. Whenever year that was.
They were youngins then, man. He's like almost 50, believe it or not.
Wow.
Damn. So I don't want to go off too much on tangent. Hell yeah, we got 23 viewers. I just meant to say that. Hell yeah, shout out to all you guys, you bad mothers. Hell yeah, that's a new record.
I gotta pull it up on the PC so I can see the chat, because I never used StreamYard before, so I have no idea. So I don't know where
sometimes I'll pull
it's popping up there. Huh?
Yeah, I could pop it up there if you want, but there's a lot of comments I want to get to. But and I don't mean to get on a tangent. But hell, put a link in the description for Ghost Adventures, man. When that show first came out, man, that was the shit, man. Like that was like,
well, they are.
Yeah.
They are even bigger than before. And now they're doing the streaming room where they're rewatching their episodes because of the pandemic. And they did quarantine. They did 23 seasons, and they're actually working on another season right now. And I'm going to tell you this: I'm partnered now with Ghost Stop, and Billy Tolley and Bill Chappell makes a lot of equipment for Ghost Stop. So Billy Tolley actually is at Ghost Stop sometimes, where I'm sponsored, and the equipment that we use is made from them. So yeah, and yeah, I think a lot of people said the mannerisms, and when I investigate, if you watch it, it's a lot like Zach, I guess. And I kind of treat my friend Kareem here, my equipment tech. I guess I treat him like shit, kind of like he does. He's my Aaron Goodwin. He's our mascot, and it's a lot like that. So,
dude,
yeah, I don't know. It's big inspiration, dude.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. Like that was the shit back in the day, man. I remember when that show first came out. Me and my brothers would sit down and watch it. Man, that was like cool, man. And then they
even if you don't believe in it, it's just like you get intrigued because he's intriguing himself. He's a good character.
Yeah, I know, man. It was just so like I don't want to go on a tangent about Ghost Adventures. I mean, maybe I'll ask that later, more in depth and stuff. But like, yeah, man. I mean, I was kind of gonna ask you, like, but I already kind of know, like, you're definitely a fan, like, kind of like how I was, like, and just watching and stuff. But hold on, let me kind of shout out some more people here in the chat. We got a lot. Shout out to you guys in the chat, man. We got a lot of people in here. Let's see here. We have Joshua Babel. What's going on, Joshua? He says going back to
another
years. Hell
another
yeah,
paranormal fan right there, man.
What's going on, Josh?
It's good to see all y'all.
Says paranormal is interesting. Hell yeah.
Make sure you guys follow the SWETZ and Steve show, man. I know a lot of the paranormal fans in here that come from the Funhouse. You got to make sure you support them. Like I said, we got Weird Al right here. We got this guy Steve that just like to be on the internet, so you can't be disappointed with that.
Hell yeah! Which, by the way, I just want to put this out there. How about we do this? Can the clean ones in the chat? Give a what should be the? How should we break it down? Can the clean ones in the chat leave a PF for the black sheep and the fun uniform head in the chat? Yeah, and then the fun uniform and black sheep in the chat. Leave a big C. Leave a big C for all the clean ones in the chat. Mix it up, everyone. We're in this together.
I'm still trying. I'm kind of the odd one out here. I'm still trying to find out what my follower's name is. So to anybody out there who's a Steve fan, let's come up with some type of name, please.
Hurry up, yeah. Willie Beeman.
I might be able to figure that one out, maybe. I don't know.
You got something? You got something, Brandon?
Maybe.
Go ahead. Shit.
I'm trying to think here.
Don't put him on the spot. Don't put him on the spot.
All right, I'll put you on the spot.
Okay. Well, what's a nickname for Steve, man? What's a nickname for Steve?
Some people call him God.
The oddballs.
Don't do that.
The oddballs, man. His community, his fans, they call you odd.
Don't do that.
Oh man.
All right, so let's get back to
I don't know. The world may never know.
Yeah, let's get back to Brandon's.
Yeah, we got Carrie Keys. A lot of people think that sleep paralysis is caused by shadow people. Damn, I mean shadow people.
How would they do that? I don't know.
That would I don't know. Shadow people, I guess, would be really considered to the experience that I had. Then it would match up to what I looked. Like I said, it was like shadow figures, alien, gray, weird, strange things. Like I said, that it would definitely add up to that. I would be honest, I haven't experienced sleep paralysis in years, and I don't want to anytime soon.
Yeah, that's I'm okay with not experiencing that. We got Bandito saying I mentioned before about possible life on Venus. Might have to look into that. I don't know. We got Mark Perez in the Chizat. What's going on? Steve can't play cards. Already talking that shit on a Thursday night.
I'll take your money, Mark.
Mark and Steve.
Oh wow.
Mark and Steve have they just like, it's like salt and vinegar. They just kind of don't mix. You can put them together in the same kind of glass, but they just don't mix.
That's awesome. So Steve can be nicknamed Gambit Gambit. Yeah, that's a good name for you right now.
Gambit?
That big card.
Sure.
Yeah, big playing cards, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. No doubt. That's good. The Gambit. Hell yeah, dude. Mark says Steve wants to say something. Okay, yeah. Just okay. Steve's in the chat as well. We have Joshua saying Ghost Adventures is awesome. I want to go to Zach Bagan's museum. Zach Bagan has a museum.
Oh yeah. You didn't know Zach Bagan's at a museum? Oh man, get the fuck out of here! I thought you were a Zach fan.
I mean, hey man, the last thing I seen of Zach was that one thing he went to that one haunted house in Gary, Indiana, Demon House. Hey man, that's not
Demon House, here, the documentary. Yep. He's they got a museum, man. They did their quarantine season based 4 episodes based on during the pandemic at the museum where it's all like Charles Manson's remains, all that shit, dude. He collects a lot of like Annabelle the doll from Conjuring, all the real shit that's known to have demons attached and all that, and you have to like sign a waiver and shit. There was people that came in as skeptics, like passed out and got sick. Actually, from all the videos I've seen, awesome as it sounds, I'm like, dude, I don't even know if I would chance it. A lot of people that came in there that have asthma and breathing issues basically almost killed themselves going in that place. You got to think, even if you're a skeptic out there, there's such thing as curses, man. Okay, he's got a lot of voodoo walls and shit that's coming from other places. Why is this? Somebody's trying to call my door. Let me hit the call here.
Let's see here.
Your family.
Let's see here. Mickey said I would watch it with you guys sometimes too, not as much as you guys, but it was really still. Yeah, Mickey used to watch it with us as well. Let's see here. Who else we got in the chat? The Stevies. That's a pretty good nickname. We got Vince in the house. What's going on, Vince? Thanks for watching. Hit that share button if you could, please. How about Villa Fakes?
Really original, Mark. Real good. How long did it take you to come up with that one, Mark?
I think you mean there. Mark are like oil and water because salt and vinegar do go. Oh,
that's kind of true. It's kind of true.
You're right.
I just don't like punks. That's all.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Post Malone says he touched a cursed artifact in the museum and almost had a near-death experience.
That's right. I forgot about that. Post Malone's good friends with Zach Bagans. He went on not only an investigation, but he was on that quarantine episode in the museum. But he after touching the big box, his plane ended up tire going out or almost crashing. He got in a car accident the next couple days. And he almost died like the 3rd day after. And I'm like, dude, that's what I'm saying. You see that after going to the museum, there's skeptics out there that are like, dude, I got to turn my phone off here. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to be on the phone. But anyway, something's cursed there or it's just a coincidence. I don't know. He almost died, man, like 3 times in a row. And then he's still hanging out with Zach. So,
yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We have Joshua says he has the guy that played Dracula's mirror. He practiced the occult and the mirror is supposed to be haunted. Yeah. Mirrors are always that kind of a weird artifact. I noticed a lot. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and let's get into some more of the questions about what you do, Brandon. You want to kind of who's part of your crew and how did you meet them and how did you get together and say, hey, let's go try to find some paranormal entities, let's go try to hunt down some ghosts? How did that come to be and who are they, if you may, sir?
Okay, so well, one of them, as you heard, if you haven't watched the season premiere, season 1 trailer, is Stacy, which is my fiance. She's been with me for 7 years, where she's been bigger and bigger in the paranormal, and more than ever now. I mean, she learned a lot over the years. She knew how it was with it. So the first person I had to take on was definitely her. So then eventually a longtime friend of mine, Kareem, as a lot of people know him as K Real. He is a musician. That's what he goes by. I was like, dude, I'm putting this together. He knew I was big in this growing up. He always knew it, but he just didn't know that I was actually going to have an opportunity for a career. I was like, dude, you could be the film guy, you know. And at first, you know, he kind of sucked. You know, I was pissed, but it's all good. He became the film and equipment tech. There's a lot to learn. He's learning, and he's got a lot to learn about the paranormal. But yes, as he said, he came in believing there is something, but he never experienced anything. So if you never experienced paranormal, I still believe that, you know, you're still a little bit of skeptic because you didn't have that experience yet. So it's cool to bring him in for him to see and feel and the things that's happened. He's doing a great job. The new episode's getting ready to come out. It's fantastic filming, and what he did is amazing. Then we got Candy, Crystal, spiritual reader, medium, empath, no limitations. She's more newer. She's like family now. She lives in Virginia. I met her. Let's see, man. I met her kind of like just randomly, man. I guess things happen for a reason. I met her and she was very drawn to our vibrations. You know, when she was doing reading and stuff like that. So she was drawn to us. And we talked. She called me up. She had a place for us, a private residence to investigate, and she was like saying all this stuff. So I had to go see it for myself. Is this place really haunted? Because, you know, I never met her. I put her to the test, didn't tell her anything about us. She knew everything about us right off the back, stuff you can't find out on the internet, like just personal stuff so she did a great job. And everything that she said that was in this house with not a lot of history to back it up on, you know, except there was an infirmary before an apartment, was all true. And in everything she's done, that from right there, dude, I had to bring her on. So she's like an investigator, spiritual reader. So she does like all the cleansing, protection bags, everything we need. She does all the awesome stuff that we need done to have more compelling evidence, man. So that's just Candy. We call it Crystal. We got Stacy, which is a film and investigator too. She's a big part of investigations or putting herself in the line sometimes with darker forces. Then, like I said, K Real and me.
That's badass, man. That's really badass. One thing that I was thinking when you were mentioning Candy, is that you said that she was an empath. She kind of, which by the way, shout out to Kathy. Steve, see, you got fans in here, Steve. They're repping you.
Can I get the full screen for a second? Can I get the full screen for a second?
Right, hit that full screen.
Mark, read it and weep right here. You see this? Read it and weep, Mark. Right here. Right here. You see it? Let's put a circle. Can we circle this right here? You see this? Kathy, if you saw Mark, you'd say, fuck this guy. Little worm.
Dude, and Kathy is like family to us, man. But she found out recently she has some gifts when it comes to spiritual reading or reading a person. She's learned how to use it. So she might know Steve already.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask actually, is because I'd like to maybe Kathy will hop in later. I don't want to put any pressure on her or anything, but kind of talking about these empaths, these people that are kind of in tune with the a little bit more in tune than your average folk with the spirit world. From your perspective, Brandon, what is your take on that? Like, are these people like, is there like some destiny that kind of gave them like that ability to kind of to zone in on frequencies and stuff like that? Like,
it's definitely an amazing gift, and trust me, I think it's amazing. And as long, anybody I meet that says they're a reader, first of all, we got to figure out what kind of reader they are, and I want to make sure, I'm going to be skeptical at first. Like, let's make sure they're legit. Yeah, make sure it's legit, and if they're on point, then that gift is true. Then I love it. I love what they're doing. Spiritual readers, empaths, mediums, even ones that just do tarot readings. I'm not sure where this comes from. Like, I guess it's just something that you're either born with or you just find out. Or like Candy, I did a podcast with her. She had her story of her life, and she didn't find out until 5 years ago. So, like I said, I think it's amazing. But I do believe that there are some people, same with paranormal investigators on TV, that try to bullshit us out.
That's why I love meeting the spiritual readers I meet now through social media. Ones that aren't taking your money. Of course, you need money for a living, but they give out free readings. They show you who they are. They're here to help. It's not all about money. So I love that they're using their gifts for good things. And then, you know, that's like I said, I don't know, man. I wish I had the answer for where it comes from. I honestly think, you know, you're born with what you're born with, and maybe some people just don't know their abilities until later down the road. I mean, I noticed during all my investigations, I'm feeling more of a sensitive type thing now, knowing if something's there or not. Not saying I am the empath or nothing, but I'm just saying it's more sensitive. So maybe you grow over time as well, and you know, test it out. I'm not sure, but I love it. I love that there's a lot of like followers and fans that are spiritual readers, and I actually got some more questions for them myself. You know, I want to know. I haven't even really asked Candy, like, you know, what does it feel like? Certain things like that, you know.
We have Lord Finatra saying that he'd say he feels like he's a clairvoyant. I don't really know what a clairvoyant is necessarily. Do you know what that is, Brandon? A clairvoyant? I think I kind of know what it is.
I don't want to say it and be wrong about it.
Kathy knows. Kathy, what's a clairvoyant? And is Lord Finatra a clairvoyant? I believe it is, but I need your expert analysis on this. She says
it's like he knows to gain information about somebody or something like that. Like you get information.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Like I'm going to Google, guys. Don't worry, I got this.
What does that mean?
Google. The supposed faculty of perceiving things or events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact, according to Google.
Damn. Okay,
he's probably more into it, probably.
So he could kind of like on low key, kind of like see things coming, like 4D chess to kind of make the moves, to see the moves before they play out. I guess is kind of what I'm getting from that.
You don't want to play no video games with him, then fuck that shit. You can guess my move before I actually do it. Hell no. Dude. He'd be like thinking my thoughts. I'm thinking like, dude, I got a shit real bad or something. He's like, man, why are you thinking, why you got a shit? If that's what that means and he's got that, I don't know if I could bring you around me, man.
Kathy says he knows that mine are true because I felt things that he was going through with me, not having any way of knowing what was happening.
Yeah, we get people that watch me all the time that are feeling what I feel. It's crazy, man. Like there's some of these people that come in, they find out they have gifts just by the stuff we do. I guess, man, she was feeling stuff that I was feeling that I wasn't telling anybody. And I'm like, how does she know that? Are you in my mind? Kathy started realizing, so other readers were telling her she does have a gift and she's learning it. So she has some weird close connection to me. I never met her. Don't know her. And like I said, I'll be meeting her in Kentucky, though. So
cool.
She's awesome, but she always has that feeling. I believe everybody might have a connection with somebody, even if you're not a spiritual reader.
I think Steve might have a deep-seated connection with Mark. Maybe it's just it's gonna take a while to unwind.
It's just, I feel bad for him. I just feel bad for him because he wants to be like me so bad, and he doesn't want to put the work in. He's lazy. Real quick, guys, I got a really, really quick shower thought.
All right, hit that shower thought, Steve.
As we're talking about all of these things, maybe we created the devil to shift the blame from us.
Damn. Going deep on a Thursday night, Steve. I love it, man.
I got another one. Hold on.
All right, that shout out, Steve. Go ahead.
I'm gonna lighten it up here a little bit. You can't describe the flavor of milk.
Hell no, I can't.
What the fuck? I actually never heard that before. I never heard somebody say that before. That's just like saying you can't tell a flavor of water. It's like you have to go by texture.
Only on the SWETZ and Steve show can you find shout out. That's right, god dang it.
I like that. So you guys I like that. You guys are fucking weird like me. That's perfect. I love it. I want to be on here more.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We have Joshua saying empaths feel emotions and can
transcends other emotions, living or even sometimes dead. Shit, that's powerful shit. We got Colt Norin here. What's going on, Colt? Says, looks like I joined at the right time. You certainly did, sir. You certainly did.
Colt, man,
Thursday night.
Really awesome follower and fan.
Hell
loves
yeah.
the paranormal.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so Fanatra is saying we got it right. He kind of can see, he could play that 4D chess game. Says it's kind of scary. I don't like to play with the supernatural. Well, the supernatural is playing with you, Lord Fanatra.
Doesn't always have to be dangerous. Find out what your ability is if you really know you have it, and test it out, man. It might be something that people need. Try to learn it more, man. Don't be scared to test something you're not sure of. If that makes sense. Just go for it. If you have that gift, man, try it. You can help a lot of people out.
Don't run from the void. Step into the void. Right?
Yep.
We got Kathy saying clairvoyance is someone that sees things in the future. Okay. Okay.
Before we get on with the other questions too, my fiance, come here, Stacy. I just wanted her to say hi.
Oh, hell yeah.
Funhouse.
Yeah, bring her
quick.
on.
I'm gonna show her. Like I said, we're at a fucking hotel right now. So,
hi, Stacy. Hello.
Hi, Stacy. How are you?
Thank you.
Hold on. Put the headphones on.
Hello, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy. How are you?
Hi, guys. Good. How are you?
We are doing great.
Are you ready for your upcoming paranormal investigation?
I was never a skeptic per se. I never experienced anything really until we started these investigations. And then once we started these investigations, I definitely can tell you, if you are a skeptic, you should definitely try to go on investigations. You'll definitely find that it's nothing to be skeptical about, because they're definitely real, and it's really cool. I like it.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Stacy. That's badass. I've seen
absolutely.
You. Yeah. How's it feel to be on the SWETZ and Steve show on a beautiful Thursday night?
Very, very awesome. We thank you guys for having us as well.
Thank you for coming on. I'm loving it so far. Thank you so much. But hell yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, I'd like to meet all the crew. I'd like to meet all the crew if I could.
Absolutely.
But
for sure.
Hell yeah.
Oh
hell
boy.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys talk to the main man, okay?
All right, it's nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Stacy. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Tell the ghost this, Stacy. Go away.
Can we get a W for Stacy in the chat, yo? Can we get a W for Stacy for the win? Let's get some W's in the chat, yo. Okay, shit. Kathy has a question for Steve.
Oh boy, here we go.
Steve, you don't believe anything supernatural? Joshua asked.
What is going on right now? Everyone's coming at me.
Jeez, we got Keaton Smith. Yeah, Keaton Smith saying hail to Lord Fanatra. All right, so this is Kathy's question. Who do you think was the first person that looked at a chicken poop out an egg and say, "Huh, that might be tasty"?
Damn! All right, Kathy.
Kathy's going deep, man.
All right, Kathy.
Shoot, man.
Kathy's coming. I don't know. I mean, that's a good one. Who said, yeah, let's crack this thing open? Probably, you know what it is that
that's a good question.
They saw like other species do it and said we should do that too. Steal that idea.
Hell yeah, we got a lot of love for Stacy in the chat. Hail Stacy, hell yeah. Hi Stacy.
Stacy.
W.
Okay.
We got W's for Stacy in the chat. What's up, Grant? What's going on? We got Matthew. We got Keaton Smith. Hell yeah, the chat's loving Stacy. God damn right on Thursday night.
Stacy.
Hell yeah.
You're the lead investigator now, Stacy.
She's gonna take your spot, bro. You better be careful, man. She's gonna take your lead investigator spot.
We all got our own certain phase. Gabriel's got a bit of fan base. Stacy does. Fan base, and on our busier nights too, like our busier nights.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. You gotta mute that real quick. Hold on. I hear us talking in the back. Yeah, so they all got their own fans too. It's awesome, man. I love that. I want to grow and build from it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got Kathy says, I don't pick on people if I don't like them. Okay, there you go. Pick on me, Kathy. I could take whatever you got. We got Stacy in the chat. Hell yeah. Hi everyone. Love you all. Thanks for all the love. Hell yeah. Shout out to Stacy. Hell yeah. All right, hit that shout out, Steve. Go ahead, man.
Oh, I lost it. Oh, here we go. People will say the coin landed on heads, but it actually landed on tails.
What the hell does that even mean?
Yeah. What the hell, man?
I don't know. What does that mean?
You flip a coin, and if it lands, people say it landed on heads, but it actually landed on tails because tails is the other side of the coin. So
okay,
there you go.
Here's the little trick. Next time you're in a coin flip and you call it, you
some
skew it to your
interesting things that you come up with, man.
I try.
I think my camera froze or something. Is it working? Hold on.
It's working.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah, you're good, man. So I guess one of the next questions that I had.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, man. Let's see here.
Let me just do this. Hold on.
Go ahead, man.
Hold on.
Shout out to chat.
Wait, it's good now. I'm good.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, I'm not used to doing this on the phone. So
hell yeah.
Internet work.
Shout out to everyone watching. Thank you so much for watching, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, you got over 100 subscribers now, SWETZ.
I did. I gotta thank Lord Vanatra and Bandito for that, man, because they threw a stream this morning on YouTube and they really pushed me, man. And I gotta say thank you to them. And I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. You're
not giving me.
You got subscribers. You got subscribers on YouTube or?
Yeah, man. 100.
Awesome.
101 on YouTube today, man. I'm so thankful to everyone.
That's awesome.
Hell, a lot of the new subs are in the chat, honestly. So, and thank you. Thank you all for.
And as our Facebook partnership, I'm allowing you guys to do cross posting with me. I'm allowing where you guys go live. We'll say that I'm live. So you guys can use, like I said, our we're really new to Facebook, believe it or not. We started off with 200 followers. I signed my contract, kept my partnership. We're already at 4.5K and stuff like that. But we're going to allow you to do cross posting where you can go live sometimes and go live on our page, and they'll come in to watch you. So I'm allowing SWETZ and Steve show to have their show here anytime they want.
Oh yeah, badass, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. As long
as I'm not doing my show, live investigations, then yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. We got Chris Adams in here. What's going on, Chris Adams?
That's Chris Adams. Big shout out to him. His name is Venus Yapper on Facebook. He's a comedian, dude. He's really funny. He just doesn't realize it how funny he is. It's one of those people that are funny as shit. They don't even need to try. I mean, you got to watch him during his games. You watch his games. He's one of the guys you just laugh your ass off, man. He's been around for a long time.
I might have to check out Chris Adams then. I'll check out his stuff. I'm actually at 102 subscribers. Hell yeah! Thank you for this.
Any Funhouse people here, follow them on any links they have. I know they're on Spotify, YouTube. Make sure you guys follow them. And I don't know if you got the Level Up program or not.
I
guess Level Up program. Okay, that's awesome. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and anybody, if you didn't subscribe to our channel yet, it's $4.99 a month. When you subscribe, you get the extra bonus footages of our paranormal that people never see behind the scenes, and then you also get that paranormal equipment giveaways, which I'm going to show you the equipment tonight.
There you go.
While you ask the questions.
Hell yeah. There's the I'm scrolling your Facebook page down below. If you're on Facebook, consider showing some love for Brandon and Fun Uniform and following that stuff. But let's see. We have Billy Crotti. I'm a little late. Well, hey Billy, it's okay, man. Hell yeah! Shout out to Billy Crotti. Hell yeah!
He's in Georgia. The season finale, he'll be a part of it. He's got some crazy shit going on, paranormal experiences there. And, I ain't seen him in a long time. He's in Georgia.
Cool. And thank you, Kathy, for following. I appreciate that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get to the next question that I had for you. So we kind of talked about your first kind of experiences. We talked about your crew. and what kind of roles that they play and what they really do. What's going on, Billy? What's up with you, man? Glad to see you here. And the next question that I had was, it seems, what is your lifestyle like? Obviously you probably stay in a lot of hotels, honestly. How do you define your work and then like relaxation time, and like how do you balance that? How do you manage your whole crew and like try to get everyone together all the time, and just like to kind of tell us what the lifestyle is like.
It's not easy at all. I mean, being a partner as it is, that's your career. So if you're a gaming partner, IRL streamer, whatever, it's already a lot. And even if you're not partnered and you're working for it. But I signed a contract for an actual show. It's, Travel Channel's looking at, Amazon's looking at, and all that. It's a lot, man. We're spending tons of money. I mean, my equipment just itself is like, I got a pile of it there. It's expensive. Then you're paying for hotels. Then you're driving with the gas that you have to spend. You go to different states every day, and sometimes drive back to that state the same day to get back home, back to Maryland. It's exhausting. That's why I was late getting to you guys. Not just internet issues, but I passed out, dude. I think in the past 3 days I slept for 4 hours. So being a paranormal investigator is tiring. You're on the road. You got to make sure that you got the group together. Sometimes one person's sick, they can't make it, then it sucks. Then we're like, all right, we're less one person. And sometimes when it comes down to this, me and Stacy, I just back out of it. I just get aggravated. Lots of Red Bull. I was gonna say the same thing, because I was gonna say I drink literally Monsters and Red Bulls. I have so much that I literally think I'm gonna have a heart attack, dude. I mean, it's bad. I'm spending money I don't have because we work for our money, and that money goes quick because I have to buy new equipment. That's why I said I signed a contract. I got to get it done by a certain time, so I do it. Very tiring, but I will say that being a paranormal investigator, guys, it affects your lives. It affects your relationship, your family, your friends. And the reason is there's a lot of things that happen, believe it or not. There is such thing as attachments, and then your mental state can only take so much. I have mental illness myself. It helps. It does a lot of good things. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great things for this. And being on TV and having my own show and becoming a public figure is awesome. I love it. But it's also draining, tiring mentally, and it does affect your lives. And you got to make sure you remember that before you get into the industry and get into paranormal. It doesn't even have to just be paranormal investigations. Just doing all of it, traveling and being a public figure. Like the SWETZ and Steve show is going to be a big hit one day.
Goddamn right.
In the industry, you're gonna be super fucking tired, even though you're already tired. It's gonna be crazy. Once you sign that dotted line, you guys gonna become a hit, man. That's what I'm saying. You sign the dotted line, get things rolling, bro. I think you guys are gonna do amazing. But trust me, always remember to take mental breaks, and it's kind of hard to do that when you're an investigator, because you get fucked with things along the way when you're home. So
let me ask you a question real quick. Have you ever been at a restaurant and the waitress comes to ask your order and you're like, yeah, I'll have the cheeseburger. It seems like you like cheeseburgers. And then you're like, yeah, I'll have the cheeseburger. And then you're like, all right, cool. Then you're waiting. And then another waitress comes and she's just like, hey, can I take your order? And you're like, didn't you just take my order? And she's like, no. And then you're like, oh shit, one of the attachments fucked me over, and now I don't have that burger. Like, has that ever happened to you?
I don't think I look at it that fucking way. If anything, I just look at it like it's just my luck or something. And I do like cheeseburgers, man.
I'm clairvoyant, damn it. I am clairvoyant.
That's because you're on the road and all you can do is buy something quick. So it's like, oh, McDonald's, something like that. So it's true. It's like you got to live off this shitty food. I'm going to tell you, being a paranormal investigator is a bad diet. During the pandemic, it's harder because you use your credentials to get in places. you got to sign waivers at some point, or if you don't have to do any of that and it's just abandoned and you're allowed, that makes it a little bit easier, but also more dangerous. So there's a lot of pros and cons with it, man, but it's amazing. And I love it. So that's the best way I could tell you. It's tiring.
Tell me this, Brandon. So tell me this. You say you have your credentials, man. I mean, you've been doing this for more than a minute, my friend. But do you still, whenever you pull out your credentials and you let people know who you are, you still get that little flex? Still get that little flex? Like, this is me, bitch.
Well, as a credentials, we use our partnership contract deal, so which allows you to live stream because we do live investigations too. So it feels good, man. And like we just did that the other day. I had to visit a doctor before I go, before I get into Kentucky or before I go to my next investigation. I saw my doctor for my breathing medications. They didn't know that this got that big. We just autographed throughout 2 nurses and a doctor. So that was cool. So that gave me that flex feel right there. Or just talking to Admiral fell in, giving permission. I posted on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's awesome. This is a big, big hotel that they would only let Ghost Adventures do, and they're allowing us to do stuff like that now. So yeah, I'm proud of it because it wasn't easy to get where we're at, and it's amazing. So yeah, I do get that feeling, but sometimes I tend to even forget who I am, dude. I'm so fucking tired. So I tend to forget the flex.
No, I definitely do see what you're saying, and you mentioned it before. Maybe it's not even paranormal stuff, but maybe it's like the show and the streaming and stuff. I only have plans like because I'm in school right now. But whenever I get out, I plan on increasing my streaming schedule. I just like I'm gonna explode, man. I'm gonna produce a new song every single month to keep that fresh. And I definitely see what you're saying. And I have definitely felt the personal effects of like that drain where it's like, oh man, I got to stream today. But then I'm like, I have a fire inside me that just like.
I'll give you a tip real quick for both of you. I'll give you a tip. You think it's hard now to get the partnership? It's actually harder after. So remember that. Try not to break yourself and tire yourself out before you get there. That'd be a good tip, not to do too much before you get there because you're chasing that dream. You want to do it, but don't overwork yourself yet. Wait, because you're going to be overworked after you get to where you want. And that's just a good idea. I wish I knew that beforehand because now I'm even more exhausted. But dude, it's well worth it. You know what I mean? But
right.
Take your time. Don't worry about schedules right now, stuff like that. I mean, of course you want to for a podcast, but don't worry about schedules when you stream, man, stuff like that. I wouldn't, not until you get that partnership, but that's because you might tire yourself out. But I mean, like I said, you guys have something special and you got a mixture of things. So it's already exhausting by looking at it. I'm like, dude, he's doing music, he's doing podcasts, he's doing his gaming.
And then there's also shower thoughts.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Ice sweats itself to death.
I love this guy, man. He says the craziest fucking shit. I love it.
I like, you know what? I'm really having a good time with you tonight, Brandon, because I enjoy when you laugh. I enjoy.
Yeah, I like it when you laugh too.
When the shower thoughts make you laugh. I enjoy that.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't skeptical about the interview.
You kind of look like PewDiePie with darker hair. Yeah, the beard that he has going on right now. Have you seen it? I'm dead. You don't know who PewDiePie is?
No, he doesn't.
What?
No, he doesn't.
The biggest YouTuber in the world. He's like the first biggest YouTuber.
He can't be that big if I don't know him, Brandon.
You don't need to be a streamer to know PewDiePie. He's like Logan Paul or Justin Bieber, man. It's like
let me check out this comment from Kathy real quick. She says, "SWETZ, I see you as being someone that is very outgoing and outspoken on here, but when you meet someone face to face without the glasses, that you aren't quite as outgoing as quickly. Am I right?" Yeah, I guess you can say that was right. I definitely
little Weird Al Yankovic right there, man.
Yeah, Kathy, what are you doing? Are you
She's gonna test you.
Yeah. Where are you at, Kathy?
I actually get the feeling too, man. I like the glasses. It works for you. And then Steve's got the beard, makes him look smart. We got the weird one, the smart one. That's perfect.
Well,
now
I'll
that
tell
you're
you like
talking
this.
about looking smart, share thoughts.
All right, hit that. Go ahead, Steve.
It's funny that wearing glasses makes you seem smart when you had to fail a test to get those glasses in the first place.
Hell yeah, there you go. Hell yeah. Hey, with every pro, there's a con, you know what I'm saying? We got Billy Cry saying, I got these cheeseburgers and these fries that'll cost your eyes. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's slap happy over there. Billy.
Joshua saying live investigations are awesome. Steve should check it out.
I'm in. I'd like to.
Yeah.
If you come in
and I'm gonna get into why we do that too tonight when we ask a certain question.
Yeah, absolutely,
definitely. Which we are doing it tomorrow. Like I said, this tired as hell anyways, and tomorrow I got so much equipment to charge tonight and get into. I got thousands of files to get into right after the show, and I have to go with my producer and my director and talk to them, find out when the episode 3 is being released, and then find out what time we're going live tomorrow, what time we're filming, and I got to do history and homework. There's so much tonight. The night's not even over, dude. I got to do, and I was like, but the biggest part and happiness of this part of this night is being on this show.
Hell yeah!
Thank you.
I'm glad I got on there.
Hey, yo, Brandon, hold on, man. I want to get a sound bit for this so we could take this and put it in an ad or something to promote the show. Say something like, you are watching the SWETZ and Steve show, the baddest show on the internet. Say something like that, man, if you will, if you may.
Yeah. Yo, this is Facebook partner, Paranormal in the Funhouse, lead investigator, Fun Uniform, saying, go follow and watch SWETZ and Steve show, one of the bad ass shows on the platform of Facebook and YouTube. Check them out; they're amazing.
Hell yeah!
So you know what's
That's
funny?
right.
You know what's so funny about this is that this is a pandemic podcast. This podcast would not have happened if it wasn't for the pandemic that's going on. So
there's some pros in that.
Yeah,
that's good.
There you go.
Do you remember this when it was just like you were doing a live stream and I'm typing to you on one of your live streams and I'm like, we should do a show. And then like I got this idea and I'm like, I would love to just be on the internet. I didn't think we would be 13 episodes deep.
That's literally your intro, dude.
Yeah,
that's literally your intro. I just want to be on the internet.
Yeah, like I just thought it'd be funny to like do this and like show my father-in-law and be like, guess what I'm doing? You know what I mean?
You got the personality. You wouldn't expect two people like you because you're totally two different people, and I wouldn't expect, to be honest, if I didn't look and watch your podcast, I'd be like, oh, it might be a little weird. For some reason, there's a really big connection between you, and it works it's golden. I don't know. It works well. I wouldn't think that because you usually want people that have similar personalities. You got something special going on. So
can you tell that to Amazon? Can you tell that to your links at Amazon?
Yeah, man.
Well, he's got to get in there first. He's got to get in there first, and maybe put in a year or two, and then when he has,
I'm gonna get you all on our podcast as well, man.
I don't want to put that pressure on you, dude, but I mean,
I don't know. I'm in for a show.
Steve is that bold type. Steve's that type that reaches out to Redman to commentate on a video.
That's how I bet you all.
I would, yeah, dude. I would never have done that, man. Like Redman is a name that I revere not only as a fan but as a musician as well.
Yeah, he reviewed your music too, man. He actually put time in actually listening and watching your shit. He wasn't just bullshitting. That was like, oh, that's Redman, bro.
I mean,
hell yeah, but
excuse me. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. No, but like, yeah, Steve is Steve's that kind of guy. Steve's that guy what's the word I'm looking for? That bold. He's
that talks to Halle Berry when he has the opportunity.
That's right.
Speaking of a celebrity like Redman, Brandon Alvis from Ghost Hunters, now actually sent me an email. He's actually going to, for free, I got the email for the day he's going to be doing where people, before they subscribe, he's going to be the intro video for our subscribers when you become a supporter and pay for it.
Oh, that's exciting.
He's going to be the one. Yeah, so Brandon Alvis is from Ghost Hunters, and that's
badass.
I used to watch them. Of course, I'm a bigger fan to Ghost Adventures, but Ghost Hunter started it all, and that's a big deal. And I was like, it's awesome, man. His name's Brandon, so I was like, it's perfect. He was good, man. He was always really done well. He was always going over the EVPs and finding the evidence real well. So yeah, that just reminded me of it because he hit me up today. I was like, man, Brandon Alves hit me up out of all people from Ghost Hunters. So it's cool, man. You get noticed. It's like you have a man.
Hell yeah, dude.
I noticed you from that. So
hell yeah, dude. Oh, let me get to some of these chats, and then I want to get into the. I want you to kind of go in and talk about what to kind of go from point to point of what an investigation night is. But before we do that, let me get to some of these chats. We got.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Hell yeah, we got Kathy. Shout out to Kathy. We got consistency will get you to the top. Chris Adams says, I'm loving this talk show. Well, I'm loving you, Chris Adams.
I was going to say the same thing, but I won't say that anymore.
You say it to the next person that says that. Yeah. Mickey says, Steve, as part of your internet learning experience, since you have to take a little bit of time to go learn about PewDiePie. That'll be your homework. That'll be your homework for next week. You know, sometimes we gotta give you homework, Steve. We gotta get you up to speed with everything. The internet moves really fast. Shout out to Not Myself. He's in the chat. He's being all cool and whatnot. Shout out to Lord Fanatra, absolutely. Thank you, Kathy. She says she really enjoys the show.
We enjoy you being here, Kathy.
Hell yeah, yes, absolutely. Just stay out of my head, Kathy. Don't get in my head, all right? Don't.
You're not welcome. You are not welcome.
No, okay. You could just get the residuals for my energy and just kind of let me know what's going on up there.
Don't do tobacco, kids. Don't.
Yeah,
I'm trying to stay awake.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm drinking Monster and nicotine. I'm trying to quit just basically doing non-tobacco, trying to just do nicotine now.
Hell yeah, man. The chat will keep you the chat will keep you honest. They'll scold you whenever you need to be scolded. We got Lord Panatra saying, hey, what's up to Not Myself. Chris, they are pretty awesome, aren't they? Hell yeah. Oh, whoa, what are you talking about? Us? Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Please. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you. We got a new name in here, Shantae Lynn Fisher Bear.
Yeah, Tiger Corner. Tiger's Corner.
Oh, Tiger's Corner. Yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, Tiger, for watching. Or Shantae, or however you whatever.
That's a nice name, Shantae.
That is a very nice name. It's very regal indeed.
Yeah, you don't hear that name a lot.
It's very unique. Absolutely. She says, I'm always missing y'all. I'm either streaming or dealing with mom life things. Well, hey, thank you for stopping by on a Thursday night, Shantae.
And we hope your kids are doing well.
Yes,
hey, a lot of love to you too, Shantae. Thanks for stopping at their podcast. I'm glad to be a part of their show tonight.
Kathy says, I haven't been on as much since I am working full time again. That's perfectly fine. We're not done yet, Leroy. We still got lots to cover. We still got lots to ask to Brandon. Thank you. All right, so I guess my next question is gonna be, what we'll do is we'll take us through a typical investigation process. We'll go through that, and then what I want to do after that, I want to open up the floor for questions for you, Brandon, or for even us, really. I mean, but I'd like to stick with you, Brandon, for everything paranormal. I'd like to open up the floor to any questions that you guys may have for Brandon. And I'll also share out the link if you want to hop on the stream and kind of talk with us and kind of just ask questions and hang out with us, really.
But I'm going to tell you something. I really like Brandon. He's one of my favorite guests that we've had on here. We've only had two, plus Mark. He's not really a guest. He's more of a pest.
Thank you.
But he's my favorite guest that we've had on here. So if you come in here and you're being rude to Brandon, you're going to have to deal with me. I'm telling you.
Hey,
right
man. No one is messing with Brandon. No one is messing with Brandon, dude.
You'll get your fair share of trolls, and We've had our fair share of shit or beef with people and stuff like that. It tends to happen.
I have moderators. I got my mods on standby that if you mess with Brandon, you will be exiled with prejudice. You know, see what I'm saying? My mods, they move in silence. You know what I'm saying? They don't take no shit from nobody. Hell yeah.
We get a lot of when skeptics come in. I look when skeptics come in and then they're like, they're reasonable. They're like, dude, you're awesome. I love your stuff, and I want to believe, But you get the skeptics that come in and are like, yo, you fucking suck. You're fake. You're faking this shit. That's the way I'm like, dude, that's what you get recently. I'm like, whatever. I don't pay attention.
Right. All right. So go ahead, Brandon. Okay. So kind of take us through, take us through the process of an investigation night. What are you looking for? What is your goal? How much is the preparation? Kind of just take us from point A to point B and kind of explain it, what a paranormal investigation consists of, if you may.
If it's not like a forced investigation where it's like in a hurry, right on the spot, like last minute thing, then it's pretty. There's a lot of things that go into it. So you want to make sure you find the location. You got to do your history check, paranormal history as well, ghost stories, whatever. Find out the location where you can go. If you're going to need to be able to, you have to pay to go there if it's a hotel. Where you're going to go, like what state. Just prep for that, of course. But every piece of equipment, always carry every piece of equipment, on your way to an investigation, depending on what you're going to do. You might go there one night for more audio, or one night more visual, or one night to get some more compelling evidence through your spiritual reader. So she's got to be there. So you kind of want to figure out before you go in, what are you looking for? What's the stories of this place, so you're prepared. And caffeine it up first too. When you go in there, man, I guess I don't really watch myself at work. I guess that would be more like the audience thing. But I know for a fact that once I go in, depending on the story, if it's something dark that we know that it's dark, I'll be. I do a provoking thing, man. That is me. I provoke if it's something dark that has harmed people, to show that we are stronger than them, which I don't recommend anybody to do. It's not like for a joking thing or literally something you want to do because it's serious. But if it's a good, some good stories, creepy stories, I'll go in and I won't do provoking. I'll go in and try to help and give a voice to them. So depending on what that story is, like it's for instance, Governor's Bridge Road, our episode Crabby Bridge that's not out yet. Like going there, we know for a fact that a woman died on the bridge and she took her own life with her child, and there's facts on that. I went there knowing that. I did not provoke at first, but there's another story of the Goat Man. So the Goat Man, I believe, is a dark demonic presence, I think. So keeping her trapped there. So like we went there and we prepped for that. I knew for a fact that I got to face this guy, and what we heard about the history was all true from the evidence that we got. So I went toe to toe with him twice. I got attacked. It messed a lot of us up. So you got to know what tactics you're going to use.
What happened?
Oh man, I ended up with some scratches and marks. Felt I got really sick the day after. My fiance was so affected that she started crying. It was one of those nights. It was just like, I messed with the wrong thing. But you got to think of, I guess tactics, dude. You got to figure out what you're going up against.
Because you have your regular kind of entities that are kind of neutral, or maybe they're more you can be more empathetic with them. But
I go in because I go in these investigations to give. Basically, I go in to make sure wherever we're going that I'm ready to show people there is life after death, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. I want to help a spirit and give a voice to them. Maybe they need to be heard. Maybe they need to learn how to escape. Maybe there's a dark presence keeping them trapped. So it's like, basically, dude, I go in and I want to feel it out first. If I don't know the full history, or I do know the full history, either way, you got to feel it out, man. Let's see if it's true. So I start, after so many investigations, you already know what it feels like when a presence is nearby. When I'm there, I feel out the rooms, the hot spots. So pre-investigation, hot spots, what you feel, what activities you get before you investigate it. I like to put tape down, remember where I'm going, like put a tripod there, whatever. Remember that's the room I got to go to, or that spot I got to go to. What equipment you're going to use? What are you trying to detect there? So if pre-investigation, I heard something, well, I'm going to go in with audio first. If I felt something, I'm going to go in somewhere with a piece of equipment that's going to show that they're there, like physical. So it's those type of things. But yeah, don't get me wrong, though. I don't provoke everything. I only do that if I know for a fact, if I feel like they're being trapped by something dark, or if our spiritual reader picks up on it. But yeah, dude, you just got to have a clear mindset. Like I didn't have one the other day. I couldn't go do my investigation. If I did, it just went well. Make sure you're good mentally, prepared. Make sure you do your homework, your history lessons. So there's a lot of history involved. You got to do. It's like being a social studies, dude, or something. You gotta do your homework before you go. You gotta prepare everybody. You gotta let them know what's here, what to expect, because you can't just go in investigating a place and talking to yourself, not knowing what you're doing there, or who you're talking to, or what questions to ask.
So do you do like a lot of meditation before you walk into something like this, and like kind of clear your mental space, or how does that go?
I never used to do that, but since we had our spiritual reader, I'll try to get our cleansing done from her. Sure. So she'll do. That's what she does. She's good at that. She knows. I'll get my protection bag on. She'll use her abilities to cleanse us. Anything that may need to be done, we'll have her do it. If not, if she's not around, we do a certain prayer before every investigation and after closing and opening. Even if you're not, believer in God or whatever, you still do prayers because that's something that it's ever since people started doing investigations, always recommend you to do. And since we've done that, there's always been a big difference coming out. Because there's sometimes we don't do the prayers. We've had worse experiences, not feeling well mentally, physically. So I wouldn't say meditating. Everybody's different. I prefer my spiritual reader to cleanse us before we go in.
Sure.
One question I had. What does because I'm trying to because for me it would be a little different, because I guess you could say like I'm a normie in the paranormal thing.
A normie?
Well, yeah, a normie for paranormal investigations. Because if you were to bring me in, if I was to join you on a paranormal
I'll be
investigation,
a skeptic, not a normie.
I wouldn't know. I guess it'd be like such a new environment. I wouldn't know like what to expect, how I should feel.
Then I would keep it that way if I brought you on board, because I'm going to put you in a position where they feed off your fear. With working with me, at least, shit. I'm going to put you. If you come with me,
don't do that.
And you don't know what to expect. That's fine. I'll keep it that way. I want compelling evidence to what you're about to witness, feel, and get that backs up the claims of that place, and they're going to feed off your fear. So I'd probably put you in that position.
So my other question, my other question was, what does running into a demonic spirit feel like? What happens? Does it hit you like a ton of bricks? Like, oh shit, some shit is about to go down. Like we better watch carefully.
You get that feeling once you come across it. Spirit communication. Once you start getting stuff, you remember they can pretend to be scary when they're not, just to get a reaction out of you. So you got to know what you're messing with. And that's just depending on the years of experience you have or who you have with you to guide you. So yeah, dude, that's kind of hard to figure that out. You gotta play around with it to see if it is something dark.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, because one of the analogies that I like to use a lot is like everything's like a muscle. Like you just kind of have to grow it and use it. How long did it really kind of like, if you were to two things, if you were to say your prowess, your expertise, your experience, your know-how, how would you rank yourself as a paranormal investigator? 1, and 2, how long has it taken you to? How long is the time span has it taken you from the beginning of your paranormal investigations to like the point where you got like comfortable, where you kind of know yourself, where you can know the energies, where you can like sense dark spirits, when you can do all that shit? You know what I mean?
Well, before people got to see us do it on tape and actually have credibility, it took probably about 6 years because I had to study it. I had to go out and do stuff before I had any career. I had a career with it or had any opportunities I have now. So it took about 6 years, man. So yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. How long have I really been doing this for, looking into this and learning as I go on? It took a long time, man. It doesn't happen overnight. I could tell you that. And then I wouldn't rank myself anything at the moment. Our credibility is just now building. And before I could say anything about being a good investigator, I need a couple seasons out first. And
I respect that.
Have people kind of debate on that, because I wouldn't rank myself anywhere near, anything special. Maybe to some people's eyes, I am, but not to myself. You gotta earn that. A lot of these TV shows did 20 seasons and didn't even get anything until afterwards. So, yeah, I mean, it took 6 years for me to learn, but I don't feel like I'm that top investigator. I keep confident, but I don't feel like I'm up there, even if some people think that. There's still a lot of time. I got to finish. Let me finish this first season first and see what people think, and then kind of go from there. Keep building the credibility up first, and then you can rank yourself.
Nice. So we kind of talked about like pre-investigation. Oh, go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
So the way that you described running into a demonic spirit, I like wrestling. So when I was younger, I imagined that running into a demonic spirit, I can't even say that word, demonic spirit, is the equivalent to when you heard Stone Cold Steve Austin's entrance music. And like, it's like you hear the glass shattering, and then here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, oh, damn it. Son of a bitch, I have to deal with this guy now. That's what that sounded like to me.
The best way to put it is, I felt like I've been pushed. I've been marked before with scratches. It took me over mentally, and it has physically hurt me before. Certain things that just what you normally get out of an investigation that you should not get. You can tell it's not something nice that you want to be. I mean, I never got thrown. This ain't the Exorcist movie, and it's that's blown out of proportion. Don't get me wrong. There is things that happen where cleansings don't always help. In Front Royal Virginia episode 2, you'll see that was really crazy, and that wasn't even demonic. And we needed a cleansing. It almost felt like an exorcism. But there's people that actually need exorcisms. That's when it's a different situation, man. I mean, the best way I could put it is, I haven't wrestled with one, but I definitely got marked by them. I've been, I've had a lot. I've had a lot of weird shit happen to me where I feel like I need to go to the hospital.
Wow. Okay, so I want to kind of get some of these comments because we have some lengthy comments, but I definitely want to talk about like the recap or like the post end of an investigation. But let me get to some of these comments first because we have some lengthy ones here. Shout out to everyone who's watching, by the way. We got Shantae who's saying, I will have to say I'm so proud of Brandon. He has done so much even after all the obstacles he's had to gone through. I hope I have the streamer he is. Oh, I'm half the streamer he is, and hope one day I'll have an honor to call myself partner one day. You will.
Thank
Shantae.
you. I really appreciate it, and I've seen you're already growing. You're growing fast. You got amazing merchandise out. So you already got a big clothing line out, and you just basically started. It's going great for you. Keep doing what you're doing, and I appreciate your support.
Yeah. Send me a invite or something, Shantae. you will. I'll definitely support you and follow your stuff, no doubt. Kathy says, Steve and SWETZ, I want you both to know that I really have enjoyed meeting you guys here. I'll try to stay out of your heads, but when you are broadcasting it, I can't help what hits me. You guys are amazing, and Brandon knows he is family. I had to say goodnight. I had to get up early in the morning. Okay, thank you so much, Kathy.
Just remember one thing: you can watch this on the replay on YouTube. You can subscribe in Spotify, and you can listen to what you missed. You're leaving around the 135 mark. Just subscribe and then watch it again. Finish the rest later.
Hell yeah, absolutely, badass.
I'm interested in the Spotify thing. What made you guys get on there? How did you sign up for that?
We go through
that's
Anchor.
For your podcast, right?
Yeah, we go through Anchor, and it's if you want me to show you, it's pretty simple to get your stuff on there, man. No doubt. I think you might have some content you could put up there for sure.
We do have paranormal podcasts as well, so they're coming out and investigating.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be an interesting type of like post-mortem that you do, where it's just like, hey, yeah, we kind of just watched this episode. You know what I mean? If I can just give you what I would think about. Like, hey, yeah, for your subscriber, yeah, you watched this episode, but here's my thoughts as I was doing what I was doing. I think that would be an interesting type of addition. You know what I mean?
Kind of like we do now with our podcast. So it'd be pretty cool to have that up on Spotify. I was actually
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Shante says. I hope one day Brandon will make his way out of my neck of the woods. Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. She also says, all right, I'd love to stay out, but 6:30 is early and I got to go to bed. So I am well rested to get the Cubs up for school. I love you, Brandon, but be safe. Spread the peace, love, and harmony. Thank you, Shante, for watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. Hell yeah. Shout out to Shante. Matthew says, I'd be too scared of attachment of the attachment.
That's true. People have that fear. What is that? Well, that's why I always want to close with a prayer, because they will attach themselves to your equipment, anything that you brought with you, attach yourself to you. There's times where I use spirit communication and go to places, don't even get voices for 3-4 hours or nothing. I go back home after the investigation and there's something there. There's an anomaly, or there's something weird things are happening, or I'm feeling what I felt at the investigation, or then all of a sudden turn a spirit box on and there's voices, and the voices that I heard that investigation, there's something there. So it's going to take cleansing to get rid of it. Just make sure it doesn't go too far. I know for a fact that we've had attachments several times. Especially when I first met the spiritual reader, she's like, didn't even know about the investigation I went to. She's like, oh, you got it from this place. Like, how did she even know that? Because nobody even knew about it. And that was like, right there. I was like, I know that I'm getting them. She's feeling it. We gotta stay safe. So I use a protection bag, which to go more details, the protection bag would probably be best explained from an empath, and cleansings would be better explained from them. But just keep in mind when you go in to open with prayer, close with it, cleanse if you know how to, or just go to somebody who knows how to, ask them how to do it, or what you should purchase protection bag, what kind of items are you need to keep yourself safe during those investigations at all times, so that doesn't happen. But you always got to keep in mind you're gonna have different weird things that happen. Whether it's a coincidence or not, you might have like your car breakdown, or your car stalled, like that happened to us. Right after investigations, and you're going to be like, for skeptics, they'd be like, oh, well, this could have just happened. But just keep in mind those things can happen to anybody. So you get into this paranormal field, and that's just something that's going to happen to you.
Here's the skeptic in me that I'm just going to put out there, because when I hear attachment, if I go on a tour with you and something attaches itself to me, does it therefore leave the place that it was haunting, and therefore that place is no longer haunted until I get it taken off of me? Or like, how does that work?
I feel as, of course, we won't know until we pass on ourselves, but I feel that So I feel that they can. There's portals, man. That's the best way to put it. You open up a portal every time you communicate. So they I guess they're, for my experience, I think they're still in the same location. But it's possible, dude. You might go back to that same place, and that same person you were speaking to is not there. That's what I'm actually looking for. So I could give some evidence on that. I actually questioned that before. That's why I'm glad I work with a big empath that has a lot of credibility to it. So maybe she can feel it out. But I do believe that that place is still going to be haunted because there's still other stuff going on. But most people that attach themselves to you they've realized what you're capable of doing. Now they know you can talk to them. So you never know. They might stay with you. But for the most part with me, I always tell them to leave, go back where you came from, go to light. Maybe a day or two later, it starts quieting down. I believe they go back. And not everybody's going to get an attachment. For the most part, like for instance, Kareem, it's a equipment tech and film that doesn't speak too much to them. You're less of a chance to get attachment because they don't see you communicating with them. So if you went with us, you probably wouldn't have to worry about it too much. But I do believe that they might leave their place. And I do believe that they can be at two places at once. I really, I'm really not sure until we pass on to actually, debunk that. Like, can you be at more than one place when you attach yourself to somebody? So that's why I'm glad that we work with somebody that does readings, and she can feel it. She'll know. Yeah, man, that's definitely something I'm hoping we find out through the rest of the season. Maybe I can give better evidence to attachments.
Yeah, I guess Steve dropped out. He'll probably drop back in, but
okay.
Yeah, Matthew says I think maybe the dark energy rubs off.
Oh yeah, you get influenced by things, even during investigations where you just want to fucking hurt somebody, man. It can happen. It can do that too. Just residual energy of what they felt might rub off on you, and you could consider that an attachment because you're going home with that depression. You're going home with that aggression. Like I said, it affects your lives, your relationships. Trust me. Me and Stacy, my fiance, butt heads. It has caused a crashing course because the influence that we have got from some of these investigations. So I believe that's part of an attachment right there. But I do believe they still go back to the location. It's just like saying, well, how has your family passed on and you feel their presence and they're around, but they're also with another family member? It's still a lot of unanswered questions for myself and other investigators. But yes, yeah, man, it's they can influence, and what they just said, that energy can rub off on you.
Yeah. I guess another good question that I had was, what has been the most scared you ever have been on an investigation?
Most scared was a investigation that I didn't even do. I put myself in so many situations. I don't run from shit when it comes to this stuff. You can ask anybody. I do crazy shit. Like I said, I go on the front lines for this. And there's one place that we're actually going back to, and I got to face my fear. On Halloween, we do a special live investigation. It's called the Druid Cemetery, about the curse of Black Aggie statue and another statue there. And I didn't believe in it. I believe that cemeteries could be haunted. I'm not big on them. But this one's different. It looks like the King's Dominion of graves. The curse, I didn't believe it. I guess I should have took it more serious because I went in there. All I did was kind of show people like, yo, we're about to investigate here. This is the curse of the Black Aggie. And I'm just videotaping it. I was there for 15 minutes. I remember all of a sudden I started having these muscle spasms in my chest. And then I started, dude, all of a sudden physically, I was scared because I started feeling like I was having a heart attack, a panic attack. I had numbness and tingling all over my arms. I couldn't breathe. Nothing was working. I started getting worse and worse. And even though we left the location, I was feeling like I have to go to the hospital. Something is wrong. And the day later, I found out on my ovulus, I got the name of Beelzebub. I've never heard of that before.
Shit.
That's actually a demon that takes shape of a bug. And the same night that I was there, a beetle flew into a car. The beetle flew into the car that night, and it's on video where it started affecting me, where that curse is. So that was a scary situation because I actually thought I was dying. And I'm going to face my fears and go back to that place on Halloween night. So going in, knowing what could happen, make sure I don't taunt it, don't provoke it, and probably, that's the scariest situation I actually been in.
Real quick, Lord Panatra. Lord Panatra's headed out for the night, I believe. He says, "Hail, fun uniform."
I appreciate it.
Lord
nice
Panatra.
Thank
Badass. You. Thank you for stopping by, man.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. We have William Shaw. I love midgets. That's great, William Shaw. I'm happy for you. Hell yeah. Okay, so Lord Panatra says good night, Steve. Thank you, Lord Panatra. Thanks for stopping by, man. All right, so what I want to do is
can you hear me? So my internet never goes out. It never goes out. My internet went out right as I asked that question. This is a live show. This is a live show.
People tend to meet me, and when they first meet me or conversate or talk, they have always had something happen to them or experiences. I'm not at my house, so I'm actually at a hotel that's not known to be haunted, but just talking to the person that I guess does these investigations, and there's something that was in here. I believe there's something actually in this room because that I brought here because this place is not, this is an extended stay. They don't have any history here. And I picked up a couple anomalies on accident on my equipment when I was getting it together. And I started hearing something yesterday in here, and I felt a bit of a presence in here yesterday, not today, but it was weird, man. So I believe that talking, communicating with somebody or just going to other places, you're bringing like that energy over. So maybe you have what people call coincidence. I don't know.
So all of a sudden, whatever is connected to you came through my computer and is messing with my internet. My wife's upstairs pissed off at me.
I wish I was there to prove it. You know, you got to debunk that. But I'm just saying, things like that can tend to happen, and it's happened a lot with us talking to others. Where
so Panatra wants
something strange happens.
All right, go ahead. That shower thought, Steve.
One day, and this is kind of applicable to right now. One day there will be people whose ancestors were famous gamers.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, maybe it'll be a little bit of me. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I think I might want to be more famous for my music. But hey, man, I'll you
got good music, man. I need to find an artist that wants to do a paranormal type sound for maybe for one of the episodes or for one of our trailers. Yeah, I would. Mid-season, we're changing our season premiere trailer because now we have more people on board on our crew. So we're changing it. So I'm thinking about having, mid-season, I don't know, music or something for the Paranormal Podcast. I would love that, man. I love your style is strange. I like it. Something you would hear on strange music. You got a different sound. Now let's take your style you have now. Let's put it into a horror concept to see what you come up with. Test yourself.
Yeah, man. That sounds badass. So what I'm going to do now, okay, Lord Panatra says good night to everyone. Good night, Lord Panatra. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Have a good one.
Hell yeah. Not Myself says, imagine how many grandmas will have OnlyFans. Oh my God.
What's OnlyFans?
So OnlyFans is where a lot of chicks go on there and kind of like sell their nudes and kind of sell lewd stuff. Or yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of grandmas in the future that have OnlyFans accounts. That's gonna be popping for real. Hell yeah. So what I'm gonna do here now is I'm gonna open up the floor. If you got questions and you want to join us on the stream, there's the link in the chat wherever you're watching, Facebook, YouTube. You can click that link. Just make sure that you have some headphones in and using your mic. And yeah, bring your questions for Brandon because we're about an hour and 48 in, and I want definitely want to get to some of the questions that you guys have, or what we could do as well is if you have questions for him and just want to type them, just type them in, and then I'll read them off.
I got all night because I'm not gonna sleep anyways. So, I got plenty of time, man, and I love it. Yeah, definitely. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so I guess while we wait to see if anyone has any questions or if anyone wants to join in, if you want to bring Gabriel in and kind of show some of the equipment that you use for the investigations.
Kareem, go grab some the equipment. Go grab the REM pod. Grab that one.
By the way, quick shout out to Colt Nor for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Thank you, Colt Nor. I appreciate that, man. Maybe you might be the 102nd, the 102nd subscriber. So thank you for that.
That's awesome. You guys are getting those subscribers, man.
Yeah, man.
Building that up.
Yeah, man. It's great, man. It's all been organic. It's all been organic, and I really got to thank Lord Panatra and really CG for putting me on, man. I really appreciate it. But hey, Steve, you are more of the skeptic type. So if you had let's kind of test out Brandon here a little bit. Let's kind of okay. Well, he has his equipment. Let's see. I'll put you on full screen. All right. So go ahead.
Is the REM pod, one of my favorite tools, and it detects temperature change, EMF. And let me show you this real quick. There's sensitivity lights. And it detects EMF, the electromagnetic field, especially if they're intelligent responses. You'll see that it lights up and makes a sound, different colors, or different sensitivities. There's this little light that comes on here when it turns blue, not these, but when it turns blue, it's temperature change. When it turns red, that means something's changing, and the EMF is detecting there's a change in the electromagnetic field. Now you put these on steps, put them in the room where you're doing your investigation, tell them to approach you, walk to you. This will show evidence that they're there. If you're using a camera like a full spectrum and catch the anomaly float down at the same time they touch it, I love that. Compelling. When you got either EVP of them saying something to you while they're there and seeing them actually on camera come down, touching this, and this goes off, this is one of my favorite things right here because it's cool, man. It's like, I don't really need an EMF meter at that time because it's going to detect temperature, EMF, sensitivity lights. And if you watch some of our episodes or live investigations, we've had communication with very intelligent spirits. Like, can you tell me, light it up twice if you're a female, light it up once if you're male, stuff like that, where you get deep in conversation. This right here, I love it. And we always debunk it. We got to make sure nobody's touching it or too close to it. Because this takes a lot of force to actually, I'll show you in my episodes. And when we're live streaming, I'll show you how much force it takes. And I'll debunk everything I do to make sure nobody touched it. Nothing's on it. Not even a bug. Stuff like that. So one of my favorite tools here, REM pods, which are our partnership with Ghost Stop. They sell them. I love this piece of equipment. I feel like it's one of my favorites, man, just because it's, whoever thought of that idea was like, damn, dude, temperature change in electromagnetic field. Even for skeptics, it'd be a cool tool to use, man, on your first investigation. I think it would, because you're going to ask a lot of questions to yourself, like, well, how do I explain this? What I'm seeing. Well, that's when I say, have a full spectrum camera. That's what you can take still photos or record videos with it, which is the full spectrum. It's a certain ultraviolet color you can't see with the naked eye, only with the camera itself. You'll be able to see the anomalies or orbs, stuff like that. I love the fact that you can have compelling evidence like that. Like, I just saw something float into it. Now it's going off. Now I got an EVP recorder and we got a voice with it. So REM pods, go for the REM pods, man.
Hell yeah. We have some
my shit froze. Hold on 1 second. Let me fix it.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
There we go. It's good.
Right, there you go. So we got some questions for you here. Not myself asks you, what has been your favorite location to investigate?
My favorite recently. Let's see. My favorite. You know, I'm gonna tell you, it has to be any place that's indoors, dude. I fucking hate outside. I hate spiders, and I hate doing investigations outside because it's so hard to debunk everything because the noises outside. You're in the forest, okay? So like, if you're gonna do anything like that, make sure you have the right equipment, dude, because it's hard to debunk it. I hate that you can't see where you're going. It's also dangerous, locations. There's squatters, stuff like that. So it's definitely not outside.
Yeah.
Even though I will say I liked Crotti Bridge. That was interesting. But a favorite one that I think is going to be on this season is probably, trying to think here. I think the one that's coming out right now. I think it was interesting. It's called the Mount Jackson House, episode 3, because it has more of that Conjuring house feel to it, and just the vibe you're going to get from watching the episode. The sounds, a lot of visual evidence in this one, man. So much that I can't explain it as an investigator. I've been to so many places, and I've never seen so many anomalies that literally you can make a twister. I mean, look like a tornado of them. There was so much of it that this is what every investigator dreams of. There was so much visual evidence that I was like, wow, dude, I loved it because I got to see not only with equipment, I got to see it with my own naked eye. So it was cool, man.
Let me play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate and ask you a question though, because I noticed a lot of footage. You kind of see like those orbs and whatnot. But I'll just for sake of playing devil's advocate, aren't those just like dust? Aren't those just like dust that are just going around, Brandon?
Make sure you get a inspection camera that's made not to be able to capture dust. Make sure you get some type of equipment. They do have that out there. There's certain lightings to the camera when they make these full spectrums. Right here, they're tiny, expensive as shit. But like for instance, this one, and you can look it up, and it's been explained by Bill Chappell, one of the greatest inventors for paranormal equipment, that they try to make sure that whatever equipment they do use, you don't capture dust, and so that way you don't have to worry about it. Now, on a regular phone or a phone like this or a regular camera, yeah, that's something you're going to have to prove with your other equipment. Make sure that's not dust. If that just floated in there and it looked like an anomaly, you got to make sure you show the people that are watching it use the other piece of equipment, like right there, physically, like they just touched that and they answered my question. Prove it. Get that compelling evidence. But make sure you get the best equipment possible. Don't get things that are going to pick up dust. If you have a full spectrum on, you can see if a bug's on there clear as day. It's not white. It takes black form of the color, whatever it is. It won't look like what the anomalies is. Never seen dust with this. I would take it and compare it to another camera so I can find something dusty. I did it with a Swifter before on my phone next to the full spectrum. You can't see a fucking thing on here. That's what I like about it. Full spectrums are very, very important for still photos and videos. The only thing is they die quick and they're very tiny. And you have to have, so when you use the full spectrum, you have to have certain lighting too. You're going to have night vision, UV light, and there's this light you won't be able to see with the naked eye. You can only see, this light's on right now. You can't see it unless you have the full spectrum on. Wow. That's a big deal. So you got to have,
that's cool.
You got to actually have the lights for it. But you can always got to make sure it's not an insect. So when you're filming on infrared, we do infrared for episodes, not night vision, but it's similar to night vision. They're very hard to capture dust or even anomalies as it is because you're doing it for documentation for your episode. So when you actually do capture the anomaly on infrared next to the close to the full spectrum, the same time, same frame, I think that's awesome evidence right there too, because infrared's known to block everything out. It's all in black and white. It's in night vision, and if you see a bug, again, you can see the wingspans on it. You won't. It's not, like I said, full spectrum, infrared, two of my favorite things, man. But if you're going to do this, just get the best equipment. If you're starting off, it's expensive. I understand.
Oh yeah.
But I would suggest if you're starting off and you can't afford a full spectrum or infrared, I wouldn't suggest that you found an anomaly until you can make sure you tell people, oh, that's legit. That's not dust. You can, you know, like when I'm on the phone and people are watching their live investigations and they're watching it from the phone and they see a bunch of orbs. Me, myself, I can't say that's an orb or whatever because your flash and it's a regular phone, it's going to pick up dust. It's going to look like orbs.
Yeah.
The reason why we do live investigations is because we show that we don't fake anything. You get to see why we're filming our show. Yes, there's scripts when it comes to intros and history of the place. But when we're live investigating, you see everything we do is legit. That shows a lot of skeptics. A lot of skeptics have changed their mind about us because of that. We'll show you everything we're doing. You're not going to see everything we captured exactly because, you know, we saved for the episode. We're using equipment and stuff that you're not watching on. So that's one of the reasons why we do that, to prove to the skeptics that, hey, there's some people out here that don't fake their bullshit, their evidence, because there's people that do that and makes it harder for us. But I can't promise that when we're live streaming that you're going to see a bunch of orbs. And if you do, you're going to have to figure that out yourself if you think that's an anomaly or not, because I'm not viewing it. And, you know, I suggest using actual equipment that's going to pick it up correctly. And, you know, a phone will capture dust. Everybody knows you'll see anything.
Right.
It's yeah.
Cool. We also have another question from Matthew. He asked, Brandon, do you feel more secure when you have more people with you during investigations? And how often do you do stuff alone?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're going to feel safer just in general because the location you're going to, if it's an abandoned location and you can have squatters or anybody there, or they still have people found dead there or whatever, you got to worry about, physical human beings, you know, or animals. But if you're inside places, you feel safer when you have people around. Me, I love to be like, all right, guys, let me go in this room by myself, put it to the test. Maybe by ourselves we'll get more activity. Maybe I could have them touch me, push me, do something, you know. Like I said, I do love doing that. But yeah, I think for anybody, even for a skeptic, when you go into a group, you'll feel a little bit safer, but not all times. I mean, you can have a pile of people and what you're feeling or seeing might scare the shit out of you, and you start feeling something you never felt before. You're going to be terrified either way, man. And you're going to look around to see how other people are reacting. If they're not reacting the same way, you're going to think something's wrong with you and you're going to start having panic attacks.
Like if I were entering a room, like if I were to embrace the inner coward in me, I would never want to be the last person in, like the last person in line or the first person in. I'd like to be right in the middle, just so if something happens.
That's like K-Real, dude. He's gotta, he's getting better, but he used to like try to get in front of you or you know get you know right there next to you. But he's the film guy, so he can't. He's got to stay in the fucking back. But like I said, man, I think that's what I like it. They're known to feed off fear, and to people that have the fear. So if I like throw Kareem without him expecting and lock him in a room, and see what happens, and he can't get out, well, that fear they're going to feed off. So it's kind of fun to see that. And for me, it takes a lot to get me scared and get me going. You'll see in my face that I get excited. You can tell I have a passion for it. So when you actually see me afraid or like, holy shit, like just something you don't normally see out of me, then you know something's wrong. And yeah, I'm scared. And you don't see that very often. So it takes a lot. You know, you usually just see the excitement and the passion I have for this. But yeah, dude, I suggest being in groups. You're going to feel better than being alone, especially if you're going to be outside investigating. You got to be safe, man, because you never know. It might not just be the paranormal. And there's places that we were going to go to before in Baltimore that is known to be an open air cemetery. Still, people are dropping bodies off there daily. Man. It's like, so like I want to investigate that place. I'm not going to feel safe with anybody. The place you can get shot, killed, or you know. So just you know, keep protection on you. I mean, whatever it is, I don't care if it's mace, spray, whatever. And also just make sure when you're going to this location, find out what you're investigating. It's never safe to go do a full investigation by yourself. Now, going in a room by yourself and trying it, yeah, but I don't suggest everybody to go out and do these investigations by yourself unless you're Zach Bagans and you're filming Demon House. That's a different story.
Yeah, for real.
You're taking a risk either way.
Yeah, the Demon House documentary was pretty good from what I can remember. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, just the story, the history of the place itself, and now they tore it down.
Yeah, no doubt. We got Joseph L. Holbrook. Yo, sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it, Joseph, man. Thank you for.
You can watch us on the replay.
You can watch us on the replay. Hell yeah, no doubt. Matthew also asked, "Is there anything you're scared of? Do you still run up the stairs after you turn the lights off?"
I do. I notice. So I suffer with very bad anxiety and panic attacks. Not when I'm doing this, but I deal with it since my entire life. I suffer with panic attacks. So there's times where I have to take medication for it, where I have to call an ambulance because I get panic attacks. So after these investigations, or during them, I'm fine. I forget I have those problems. So when I get out of the investigation and I'm alone, like I said, there's attachment. But there's times where I do feel like, when the light's off, why am I more scared and nervous now? It's kind of unexplainable why sometimes after the investigation, the night after, the day after, I do feel weird. I do feel weird in the dark. And if I'm by myself, I can't sleep. There's this weird overcoming anxiety. I think it's normal with a lot of investigators. They just won't talk about it because they don't want to, make themselves look bad. But it's true, yeah, I do get that feeling sometimes. But when I'm on a location and investigating, I don't have that fear. I want them to give me that fear. But I don't know, man. Without having the lights on and you're by yourself, after you're done doing this place, you tend to have more things on your mind. If it's not an attachment, your brain's going 100 miles per hour, especially if you suffer with panic attacks. So, yeah, I do fear that being alone and in the dark after it. Wow. Always get paranoia for a couple days.
Wow. We also have Ploxard in the house. Hail, late to the party. Got a couple of questions. Oh, go ahead, Ploxard. Drop your questions, bro. No doubt. This is the time to do it.
Tons of equipment as well, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If anybody wants to see anything or interested in anything, I'll show you guys. I can tell you right now, these cameras are expensive as shit. Anybody that's going to get equipment, GoStop.com is the cheapest equipment. Some of the equipment made by themselves. Not just because it's a sponsor either, but just you'll look around. You know what it is? If you're looking for equipment and it says Ghost on it, it's more money. You can actually get the same equipment without it being labeled as Ghost, just so you know. It's true. Because remember, which is the question that you were going to ask me, it's all about science. So remember, doesn't have to be labeled as Ghost and say you can't use it for paranormal. Because remember, without science, scientifically, this is all made from scientists. This is all made to get the paranormal. And scientifically, scientists never actually have real evidence of spirits. And it's still proven today. Nobody can still explain it. It's one of those things we're never really going to know. As an investigator, yes, I believe it. And what I capture, I believe it. But we're never going to know the answer for a long time, and they still haven't answered. Bill Nye, a science guy, he's talking about it. He believes the equipment they have is legit, but no, he does not believe there is anything there.
I think that'd be the coolest breaking news story is just if you're watching the news and all of a sudden breaking news flashes and they're like, we have found evidence that ghosts and paranormal is real. Like, I think that would be great.
And we do have that stuff out there. It's just they don't want to say it yet. I guess they're looking for I don't know, something big, something huge. Like if we found out aliens were, here. The same thing with that. But yeah, the scientists, they'll say they're skeptic. They are. But they're supposed to. They believe in science. The equipment they use for us investigators, we love it. So I don't hate them. Bill Chappell, one of the greatest guys to ever build all this equipment. He makes so much. Like I'll get into this one thing called an EM pump. He makes so much stuff. He works with Ghost Adventures a lot too. he is a skeptic. He'll go on the investigations with them, using his own equipment, knowing what it's used for, but not believing in ghosts. But he knows what it's used for. And then he'll say, I can't explain it. He'll go there. They're always going to say that until it's proven one day, just like if we ever had other, aliens or something coming on Earth. It'd be like that breaking news, just like you were just saying, have it on the news, man. So Bill Chappell, is very skeptical.
Yeah.
And he's a science guy right there, man. Building great equipment, and he says he can't explain it. So,
oh yeah, Not Myself has a question for you. He asks, "Have you heard of the idea that children are more sensitive to paranormal activity?"
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I've heard kids. I believe that's what happened with me when I told you about how I kind of started off in Pasadena as a young kid. I do believe that kids are able to sense and see more. They don't understand it. And I believe same thing with animals. They see things that we can't, or feel things we can't.
That's I agree with you on that for some reason. I feel like it. Yeah. We have Ploxerd, who asks, do you have any EMF detectors for defining ambient frequencies?
Yeah, and one of the things, like I said, with the REM pod does that. That's why I love it. But yeah, I use radiation detectors too. A lot of paranormal investigators don't use that. Because radiation, for the fact that I have breathing issues and going into places, I gotta make sure I'm not breathing or walking into things that cause harm. But there are so many different EMF meters that I only got one with me that's an EMF meter, like an actual handheld one. This one just detects radiation, EMF. So I got more than this, but this is just your typical basic one. I suggest anybody to get one. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to say ghost EMF one. You can use a regular EMF, So this is one that I'll use time to time. But this is actually not from Ghost Out, and it works really well. It doesn't need to be ghost equipment. We got more EMFs. I will say I got another thing. It's actually originally a cat toy that they actually invented this for. But now they put something in this that detects EMF change, and it will light up its electromagnetic field changes around it. And it's also motion censored. So actually, that's another thing that's pretty cool. Little gadgets like that. You'll find
still a cat toy.
Yeah, dude, my cat loves it. But I got more for EMF, but it's not with me.
Ploxerd also has another question. Damn, Ploxerd come with those questions. He was ready, man. He asks, are you aware of microwave projectors? Even a household box with an open door will mess with receivers.
Yep.
Not sure what it is.
You have to figure out, okay, well, this place has a lot of electricity. Stay far away from electrical cords. Make sure always, that's why another reason lights are, if people are wondering. Not only does it make it creepier, and you can actually see in your full spectrum when you're investigating, but it's a chance of less electricity bothering your equipment. So when you're in places like this, stay far away from those. And EMF meter is not that sensitive. It's going to take a lot. So like, I don't know if you can see it light up. You have to really be on it. So like if I go to the microwave, let's see what happens here. So like I'm just barely touching it. It's not even lighting up. So it takes a lot of force. It just spiked up when I put actually the meter on it. So it takes a lot of force. That's what I like about this equipment. So you don't have a lot of interference, and you can debunk it by the force of how much force it takes to get one of these things going. For that to even spike up, I got to put it on the microwave itself. I got to put it on a electrical outlet for it to even spike up. So, but just make sure when you go to places, remember to debunk that. If you're near a microwave and you're picking up evidence, well, you better debunk that shit or I'm not going to believe you. You better figure out why you're getting that reading because you got a fucking microwave there. So, yeah.
Okay, so he also has another question. Damn, Ploxerd, all right. No, keep it coming, man. That's fine. Do any of your tools detect or specify which wavelengths are in the air? Can you scan an area and state that there are UV waves at X frequency? Same for IR, microwaves, and others? Damn, Plaxton are you a ghost? What the hell? He knows his shit.
There's a piece of equipment out there that I know they're called periscopes that I ordered one and still haven't have it that can go to a certain limit to detect everything, man. I think I'm trying to remember exactly what it is because what he's talking about. I remember the name being Periscope, but no, I don't have anything like that, man. I'm not that rich.
Yeah, Plaxer. I think flexing on your ass.
Oh yeah, man. I'm like, yeah, not with me at least. I'm looking at what I got with me. I'm like, yeah, I don't got anything that fucking special right now. Periscopes though can do fucking everything you need in one little fucking box. Detect everything, frequencies, everything, every single thing you need. But I ordered it, and since the pandemic happened, they had to build it, waiting for them to build it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Plaxer, what do you do in your spare time, dude? You
That's good, man.
Correct.
Shit, we might learn something from him.
Matthew asked, are there any paranormal places out of the country that you'd want to investigate?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot. I mean, I've heard from my producer that in Pakistan, where he's at right now, there's a lot of crazy shit that we never heard of that I would love to go and do. Just like UK near the London Bridge has like a major story that Ghost Adventures did. I can't remember the backstory, but I would love to do that, man. Yeah, dude, I would love in a heartbeat if it wasn't the pandemic, we would be flying out wherever our manager said to go to film. I would definitely go because it's crazy because you're going to a country you've never been, and like, you ever seen Chernobyl Diaries? I would like to go to a place that actually has history like that, where all the death has happened. Who wouldn't? It's just the history. So yeah, I would love to, man, if we could right now. But the pandemic going on.
Did you ever see the one Chernobyl, the Chernobyl TV show on HBO? Did you see that or no?
Not a show. I've seen the movies. Oh wait, the real story, the documentation.
It was like a mini series on HBO about the Chernobyl disaster. Yeah, dude. That was apparently it got like it did really well for itself. It was pretty well acclaimed, and just to see some of the effects of those people went through, man. Just like their skin just falling off and like their
That's why you go to a place like that, make sure you have radiation detection. Seriously.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're definitely going to get some fucking spikes there.
Yo, that's when you hit up Plaxer. That's when you hit up Plaxer. It's like, yo, Plaxer, man, I need that gear, man. Let me borrow it.
Yeah, man.
I need your shit, man.
I don't know how much I would chance it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I might come out with another arm.
Mickey asks, you mentioned that sometimes animals can sense things that we can't. As a kid, when I'd be afraid to go to a creepy part of the house for something, I'd bring my dog with me for protection. LOL. Yeah, that's a pretty nice thought.
I've done that before.
Maybe that dogs and maybe they act like as a guardian, or a watchdog, right? They kind of watch your back for
it's
for
just
any,
the fact that and it's the fact to have comfort. I think not only because paranormal or not, you got an animal that's there. It's gonna keep you comfort and. Yeah,
have you theorized as like, do you have any theories as to why dogs may be more sensitive to the spiritual realm or picking up energies and shit like that? Because I will say for myself that I definitely do feel like dogs and for some reason
they already have a high sense of smell. So I mean, if they can do more than a human can when it comes to smell, stuff like that, then their sensitivity levels are probably high, dude. I believe, and I'm not a dog or a cat, so I don't see what they see. They see different than what we see in color. Maybe if they say that dogs see in black and white, that's kind of like infrared to be able to see things on camera. If you look at it that way, it's maybe they see what that camera lens sees that we can't see with the naked eye. I'm not sure, but if dogs, cats have very high sensitivity to a lot of things, the smell, to feelings. So I'm sure that's one of the biggest part of the reasons they sense more when it comes to paranormal.
Yeah. I've always liked. I've always been curious about their link with us as humans. I've always been curious about that, like how they can just like sync up with us, how they can be smart enough to like know energy and know when I'm pissed off or.
They know when you're upset, depressed.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man, how smart they really are. I honestly think animals are smarter than us. I've never been a cat person. I got a cat now. It's actually one of the actual mascots in the funhouse. We call her Chubby Cupcake. She's when we, she definitely gets a lot of weird shit. She don't normally act certain ways, but we can tell when something's wrong in the house, or we come out from an investigation, she acts different. They definitely sense it. Their hair stands on their back. She's chasing something or looking at something that's not there, especially when she reacts, and she hardly does this. When she sees something so bad that's not there, it scares me. Like something standing there and her hair stands up and she hides under the bed for like hours. It won't comes out. And I'm like, dude, you're scaring the shit out of me. What's in my room? So she's pretty cool, man. But I'm pretty sure I wonder if it's kind of like, torturing them. Like, no, you're bringing shit home, dude. What are you doing to me?
Nice, man. Not myself says Ploxford is a ghost trying to avoid being detected by Brandon. That we have to look into that. Matt, look into that. You like looking into things. Ploxford says, yeah, go ahead.
Another thing I was gonna say that, dude, when you get into paranormal investigations and you never see the cameras they use on television, dude, they're actually a lot smaller than you think, and they're almost $1,000. And it's literally like $1,000. Like this right here is high definition. We use this for like the tripods outside and put them in rooms, infrared camera. Yeah. This one, believe it or not, look how tiny it is. Ghost events have used this one. This is actually the one you see in our episode with, and that's how great the quality is when you watch our episodes. Look how tiny they are. So anybody out there that wants to get a camera, dude, they are super expensive. You want to make sure you get infrared or static night vision. I prefer infrared. Static night vision, you're going to see dust particles and shit. I feel infrared is the way to go. And like I said, with full spectrum, looks like a GoPro. Tiny, but make sure it says full spectrum on it. That's my favorite. So what was the question he asked?
Let's see. Look for one of his questions. He asked, have had some really messed up experiences, just asking some real questions from personal sanity. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm just trolling you there, Ploxer, but yeah, those you got really good questions, man, no doubt.
Yeah, good job, dude. Ploxer. Make sure you subscribe, Ploxer.
Oh, he subbed. He subbed to me this morning. Thank you, by the way, Ploxer. I appreciate that.
And
man.
Anybody that hasn't, there's a lot. We have a lot of clips on our page. We have a lot of clips on our page, and our actual episodes are out. So if you guys haven't, when you are done here tonight, make sure you watch some of our episodes. And mid-season, it will be on Amazon, season 1. And we have a third episode that's being released, I think, this weekend. We're going live tomorrow. So any of you guys that haven't ever watched our live investigations, you get to watch us and work filming for our show. Plus, you get to enjoy live investigations where we interact with you and everything and see us at work. That's tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. And, like I said, the episode 3 is coming out this weekend. Oh, yeah, on our season premiere trailer right there. I loved it. I can't wait to change it mid-season, though, to add them in there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's watch some of your a few of your videos to kind of get a sense for your channel. Hell yeah.
I'll mute my mic so you can do that. Go ahead. Like I said, go ahead. There's the clip. You'll see a playlist where it just says clips. I mean, we need to put more clips out there. We've been doing so much filming live and our episodes. We have to put some more clips out there. But whatever you want to play.
Before we watch that, let me ask this question for Matt. Do you ever envision your life without the paranormal?
No, I feel like it saved my life. I've been cleaning off my addiction. I've been a lot better when it comes to my anxiety. So without it, I feel like I wouldn't have anything. I would have a career with partnership and everything, but I wouldn't be able. Dude, it's like I'm out of an opiate addiction for 7 years, right? So this is my new addiction, and it's healthier. So I can't. I don't want to leave it. This is my new addiction. I love it, and like you can ask Kareem, doesn't it like become addictive? And it's a good addiction. It's something cool. It's amazing. It's interesting, and I brought faith back into my life after my brother died like 2 months ago. I got back really bigger in the paranormal again. I got back into it because he passed away and he had a lot of faith. I didn't. I didn't believe in anything. I started forgetting everything that I taught myself. When he passed on, it brought back knowing like there's life after death. He gave me faith. I want to do this. If I didn't do my paranormal shows, I wouldn't be able to help other people not to be afraid of dying. And I want to make sure people know that it's okay when you pass on. There is still something out there. So I can't live without this, man, because I would just break down and go into a deep, dark hole, man. I couldn't handle it.
Right. Yeah. Good answer. Good answer. Thank you. All right. So let's see. Let's look at your channel trailer here. Let's see.
All right.
Let me get this audio going first.
Truth is out there. Are you ready to find it? Welcome to the Funhouse. The truth is out there. Are you ready to find it? This is Paranormal in the Funhouse. The podcast where we explore the country's strangest paranormal mysteries together. After living through countless mysterious encounters, Paranormal in the Funhouse host Brandon could no longer ignore the signs. He wanted answers. Join us as Brandon and Stacy travel state to state, presenting information, footage, and their opinions that will help you find the truth in the unknown. Welcome to the Funhouse.
Yeah, you have a badass trailer, man.
To the Funhouse.
Oh, let me stop it here.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Is that you doing the narration?
Actually, no. It's actually a big stand-up comedian, and he's the #1 podcaster right now in the world on the internet by the name of Kyle Fields.
Really?
He was the one that narrated it, and yeah, he's Kyle Fields on Facebook. He's the one that narrated it. And then my producer and director did the rest. And I actually had somebody write that up, intro. So I have a writer for what the voiceover, stuff like that is. And we have somebody that narrates it. We have somebody that edits and produces it. But I have to film too. So actually most of that was actually all shot by us for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kyle Fields, man, big shout out to him. He's the #1 podcaster right now online. And he's a comedian too, funny as shit. He kind of reminds you of Charlie Day from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually.
And his voice is actually it's deep and it's edited in that, but he's very good. He's actually a lot of people pay him to do intros for him because his voice is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, like his voice was really good in that. Mickey says that's really great. Congrats on your multiple years of sobriety.
Thank you. I
Mickey.
appreciate that, man.
Not myself says great news. Congrats on sobriety, dude. Amazing story. Stick with it. You make your brother proud, no doubt. Good night, Sweats and Steve and Brandon. Thank you, not myself. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Make sure you follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us, and don't forget to come by at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. Well, it's midnight now, so today or tonight we'll be live doing an investigation at the Robert Johnson house, which is in between the Calvert House and Maryland Inn, 2 of the episodes that one of them already released. So we're getting to go to a place we haven't been yet. So
that's cool.
So it'd be 9:30 for us over here on Central Standard Time tomorrow night. Yeah, definitely go follow him on his Facebook page on Fun Uniform, and I don't know, set a reminder for that event if it's up there. But just keep an eye on it.
Hey, Sweats, I gotta go. It's getting kind of late for me as well.
Okay, all right. Do you want? Are you still good? Because I kind of want to look at some more videos, but if I know it's late for you, Steve. But are you okay if I just look at a few more videos with Brandon? Steve,
yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. Brandon, what do you think? What's a good video to kind of make a good promo for? Or do you
go find the playlist of like just the clips of evidence itself.
Okay, I have.
Let's see. Not the gaming. That was all from Mixer. Let's see. Yeah, go click the see all. Go click see all where it says Paranormal Funhouse Evidence.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. All right. Go down. Let's see which one I like. Go all the way down. Let's see. Find do the one where it has the Calvert House. You'll see the REM pod going off with the anomalies of actually floating into it at the same time we're getting a response on it.
This one right here, 46 seconds.
Yeah, it actually looks a lot better. It sounds better in the actual episode because remember, these are raw, unedited footage, like the quality and sound. But yeah, these are some cool ass clips that I like. Right here is on the full spectrum camera.
Matthew says he's definitely going to tune into your show tomorrow, your live stream.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
Check it out as well. Thank you guys for doing that. Thank you for the support. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out this clip right here.
Wow, there's anybody that's in here with us. This device sitting on that table. Wow, already. All right, stop doing it. Let me know it's you. Stop doing it. Let go of it. It's already going off, guys. Back up. Something's here with us right now. Do it again if that's you. Can you do it one more time for me? Let me know you're here. Can you show me that you're here? Can you do it again? We're here with good intentions. I'm here for good intentions.
See, I didn't know that there was anomalies right there in front of my face because I wasn't looking through the full spectrum. And you see that they're floating around it. That wasn't an intelligent response. That was more or less like, I'm here and I'm going to make you know that I'm here because it wouldn't stop. I liked it because I was like, dude, they get to see the anomalies actually right around it. And you'll hear how I tell them, my crew, to back up. Like, don't stand any closer to it to show people, like, we're not on it. Like, you know, what's causing this? That was in the ballroom of the Calvert House, which we even got some photos of some weird shit, man. I love that place, and I also hated it. So, but that was a cool one. I love to get to see the full spectrum. Like I said, that it looks better in the episodes because it's enhanced quality. There's another clip, Front Royal. Which one is that one?
We got Front Royal VA clip 2, clip 1, I believe, clip 3.
Oh yeah, number 3 is the one where I go in the room. We're using spirit communication, SB7 spirit box, and this is you hear a scream, and then you hear the woman respond next to her spiritual reader. It says, "That's me." Listen to that one.
All right, let's see.
For help.
There goes the cry. You heard the cry? Yeah, I heard the cry.
Oh,
I heard.
Okay,
that right there. I had to go over it so many times to make sure it wasn't her saying it. And I was like, "Holy shit!" That was an episode 2.
So that
had to slow that down. That was crazy.
What piece of equipment is that? Like that kind of sounds like the helicopter. What piece of equipment is that?
So that's white noise. That's the biggest thing. If you're going to be an investigator, you're going to need a spirit box. SB7 spirit box, which remember, Ghost Adventure's favorite tool right here. It's very dangerous to open yourself, and it's a no fact dangerous to open yourself to spirit communication when it comes to spirit box. When you do that, you can do it from across the world and actually communicate with people. There's been, people that explain how that works and proven that you can do it over video chat. This right here, thing is, what I'm gonna tell you is, when you buy this piece of equipment, people don't use it right. Some people use it and end up getting radio frequency and fucking not even voices. You have to buy a piece of equipment to get rid of that. So when you're doing sweeps through the SB7 in reverse, Okay, there should be no voices in unless it's supposed to be paranormal or haunted. So you have to get an actual orbital Bluetooth box that's made specifically for the spirit box to get rid of all the noise and frequencies, anything that will disturb the audio. Because if you don't, I will not sit there and tell you, or you can tell me that you got a spirit voice coming through. I'm gonna be like, nope, you got to have the right piece of equipment. So this is actually made for the spirit box. So I love the fact that we won't get anything like that. You won't get a radio frequency. And you'll go to places and there'll be hours where you don't get any voices, dude. And then later on you do, or some locations you don't. But if you like do it without the box, you'll see the difference between what it sounds like with the box and without the Bluetooth on it, where it's just fucking, you can't even understand it. So that way you can debunk what's real and isn't. That's why I always show on my live streams, like for skeptics and shit, you know, because you're going to get people that use it and use it the wrong way. And then, yes, even if I was a skeptic, I would be like, yeah, dude, that's bullshit if you're not using it correctly. So, yeah, dude, it's dangerous, though. It's been a known fact because that's a great way to get attachments. They see that you can talk to them. If you're dead, somebody's talking to you and responding to you, they're going to want to follow you, dude.
Yeah, come here, be my friend.
Yeah, and then
sometimes you'll realize after doing it long period of time, you'll forget, you'll get into a trance, man. It's like, oh shit, I've done this too long. I think I pushed it too far. I love it. That's the biggest part of an investigation, man.
Did you ever did you I'll probably ask this question then and then we'll probably end it. But whenever, like, because it is kind of like that sense of like, but thank you, by the way, Joseph, for saying that were amazing. I appreciate that you're amazing. But like whenever, like, because it's kind of like, yeah, don't leave me, please. I have no one to talk to. You're the only one I can talk to. Like, and so they're trying to attach, but like, have you ever felt like, I don't know if you've ever felt like a connection to any spirits, like you kind of feel bad a little bit. It's like, damn, like, I don't want to leave you, but fuck, like,
yeah, man, definitely. Cause
it's not you, it's me. Okay. Like I just can't.
Yeah, it's definitely have been. I mean, no, like where we were with that scream, that used to be an infirmary where children were tortured and abused, and that we got the man by the name Michael. There's a story on that. And we got the man, his voice came through and said it was his name, Michael, that was keeping those kids trapped there still today. So those screams you're hearing and stuff like that are children. And we're hearing the residual energy of what happened there. So you feel bad leaving that place, not communicating anymore. Now I feel their pain because it's like, dude, we're just giving them a voice and we're backing up the stories. We're backing up the claims. This happened to the kids. And that's what brings kids, the kid spirits that we were speaking to, probably to the light. Like, wow, somebody finally proved that this was an infirmary. This room was used and made for kids to be abused by this man. And we just proved the claims that's been talked about for years. Now they can go to the light. So I do feel kind of good in a way, even though we stopped talking, because I know they might be gone. So we go back there, it might be less activity. Might not get the voices anymore. And that's a good confirmation. We're always going to go back to our spots that we went to, even if it's in the second season, try something else that we didn't do, or just to see if it's okay now. Maybe we help them.
So does the idea of, or the maybe a goal, somewhat you could say a little bit, is ever your goal is like to help the spirits, quote unquote, cross over
I want to see if I can help them cross over by the help of my spiritual reader with cleansing. I want to be able to tell them that they can be forgiven no matter who they are. You can be forgiven and go to the light. I want to be able to give you audience actual faith. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. I want to give you faith. I want you not to be afraid of what's about to happen when your time ends. I want people to have faith that I didn't have, and now I have it again. I just want people to know that there's something after when we pass on. And if I can help a spirit cross over with the help of a person that can do cleansings and knows what she's doing, and I could do with what I know how to do it by communicating with them,
and I give them a voice in their story, then I feel satisfied. That's my goal, to help the living and the dead during these investigations and teach you more history along the way. I want to make every skeptic believe. So far we have gotten a lot of people that were skeptic and they started believing. I will tell you this: if you're a skeptic, find a haunted location with known things, and I want you to go with a full spectrum camera, maybe, or just a camera, nothing else. Go to a really known haunted location, or if we're in your area, come with us. I want to bring a skeptic with us and just take that one night and let me know if you're still skeptical. Yeah, it'd be awesome. And, it'd be awesome. And like I said, a lot of people just watching have changed their mind, but I want them to feel what we feel or what I felt. It's an awesome experience. So even if you come out still skeptical, like scientists do, at least you can say, yo, I felt something that I can never explain. It'd be awesome adrenaline rush. So, like I said, we're going to be state to state. We got 10 episodes to film this season, and the season's completely done on Christmas. So, yeah, dude, we're going to be everywhere.
Yo,
so I'll try to come to Chicago.
You got to let us know if you're in Illinois or even in Indiana, honestly. You got to let us know.
Yeah, Ohio. We can go to Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio.
Yeah,
too.
Dude. Colt, that dude that was in here earlier, says he's in Ohio. Yeah, he was telling me to come down that way. I'm going to be in Augusta, Georgia, Kentucky. We're going to figure out what's next. If you guys can find a location in the area that you're at and find like a hotel that's nearby, send it to us. We'll come that location. If there's a place that you have a lot of history on and I could speak to them to get approved to go in, or even if it's fucking abandoned, I'll do it.
I think there's a place in Illinois. It's called Bachelor's Grove.
Really? Bachelor's Grove.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting.
Grove. It's a cemetery, and if you Google it, there's a picture of a girl who is just sitting, on a casket or something like that.
See, and I normally I won't go to cemeteries unless there is stories on it or pictures. Then I'll go, because cemeteries are just like they're actually not as active as you think. But if it's a story to it, or somebody's talking about it, like they're seeing apparitions of a woman and stuff, it's like, yeah, I want to go there and capture it. Let's see what else we can get. That's like what subscribers get. They get our bonus footage. I live near the Blair Witch area, and we did the Burkittsville Cemetery. So like we'll do cemeteries sometimes and extra footage for you people that pay to actually watch us. We'll go to places like that because it's always interesting to go there. Just the vibe.
Yeah, no doubt. But like, so you're always kind of like posting like where you're gonna be at and stuff. So I mean,
always I post stuff constantly. I get if it's not an event set up, I'll keep you updated. I mean, literally today or tonight we'll be live, and episodes released this weekend, and then we'll figure out after the investigation. The day after, I'll find out already where I'm going next. Kentucky is next week.
Yeah, man. If you come around to Illinois or Indiana, dude, I think I'll definitely have to hook up with you, man, and just just do a ride along with you, man. That'd be exciting as fuck, man.
Oh yeah, I would especially bring Steve as a skeptic. It'd be cool, man, because like you get to, because you could let people know, like you're a skeptic. You bringing a dude that's skeptic on the film is perfect, because what if he's gonna see or feel something that these other skeptics don't? They're going to listen to you. They're like, yeah, man, you're helping proving something that I've been trying to prove.
Yeah.
So I don't hate skeptics at all, man. Trust me. A lot of investigators do. I hate the ones that treat you like garbage when you're doing your work. That's the stuff I hate.
Well, what you got here, Steve?
So if you look at this, the headline here, she didn't see anything unusual at the time, but then when she had her film developed, this woman appeared. Note her meditative posture and out-of-date clothing. The ghost has come to known as the Madonna of the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery.
That's crazy. That's supposed to be an apparition. That was like an actual person. Yeah. That's incredible.
Can you zoom in a little bit,
Steve? How do I do that again?
Is your touchscreen? Do you have a touchscreen?
See, me as an investigator, I'm actually skeptic. I'm a skeptic right now on that photo.
Yeah,
well, imagine that.
Now I have to go and look for myself.
If you look at
that photo in particular, I mean, that looks too
that looks real,
human, like a human form.
Yeah. But if you look,
not saying that can't happen, but
what are you gonna say, Steve?
So the thing about the cemetery is that it's like you see here, cemetery in Bremen Township, Cook County, known for alleged ghost sighting. Cemetery has been called Bachelor's Grove because of whatever. But apparently, so if you look at some of this stuff, it's like the origin of this. It was like an old industrial area, and then they call it Bachelor's Grove because it was like some type of mining organization.
Oh, wow. So there you go. That would be a reason why I would go, because that residual energy and history to it. Then, I would like to go back up the claims, especially that photo. Now, that photo, that's a little, that looks way too real. I mean, I wasn't there. You know what I mean? I can't say it's not real, but I can say that most photos you're going to get, I got a really good one, a full operation. The best one you'll ever see that's closest to a human form, where you can see the hair, the face, the details. But seeing it like that, that's like watching the Shining movie. I never seen that.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like, apparently. I'd never been there. It's in the southwest suburbs of Illinois, so...
Looks like a place that'd be nice for the fall and Halloween scenery. I don't know why. It just does.
No doubt. For real. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery.
And before you go tonight, I want you to play the Mount Jackson episode 3 trailer for the episode that's getting ready to release, if you can.
Okay.
That would be in a different playlist. Actually, it should be down below.
Okay.
It should be all the way down. That's going to be one of the... that's the newest trailer for, like I said, the episode's coming out. It should be all the way down. It should say
Mount Jackson episode 3 official trailer.
Yeah. Right, this is for the episode that's being released this weekend.
Mount Jackson, Virginia's in-grid house, built in the 1890s, is known for its mysterious energy. Those who have been in this dwelling report hearing sounds of knocking coming from upstairs, a feeling of someone watching over you while working in the home that was once occupied by a German woman. Ingrid moved out 6 years ago and moved to the state of Maryland, where a year ago she finally gave her last dying breath, leaving behind much residual energy for locals to pick up on. Our spiritual reader, Crystal, did a 15-minute walkthrough and felt high vibrational frequencies left behind from some of her belongings, like books, artifacts, and a strange crucifix with the skull of a cross and bones laying on the bottom of the cross.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude, that place reminds you of the Conjuring house, and she had weird fucking artifacts.
Oh shit, dude.
Am I speaking with the evil?
Oh, sorry about that. But
she had weird artifacts. I've never seen a crucifix with Jesus Christ on it with a skull across the bones on it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, thank you for playing that, man.
Yeah, man. That's so that's the one that's when is that one coming out? Episode 3.
That comes out this weekend. I don't know what time or exact day. It's not the best trailer because that trailer we didn't get to film until after. Usually our trailers are better, but the actual episode itself is going to be one of the most darker ones that have a darker feel to it. Just because everybody got sick, there's a Ouija board in play, and I'll get into that some other time.
That's
I mean,
badass,
our spiritual readers in there. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of visual. And you're gonna hear some crazy shit.
Whenever I'd like to do like a voiceover or like a narration, kind of like you did with the trailer that you did in the trailer there. If you ever want like someone else to like read a script or whatever, man, send it my way. I'll record it, no problem, and I'll send it.
That'd be awesome, man.
That'd be awesome.
dude.
I'm interested in you doing a short song for a trailer.
I'll do that as well.
I want to do for tomorrow, Robert Johnson House. We don't have a trailer for it yet. We don't have anything. So we got to film it. Of course, live investigations, you see some of it. So just so you guys know real quick, when we do live investigations and you watch the episodes, two different things. When you watch the live investigation, you're not going to see everything you see on the episode. The episodes are better. Remember, it's better. So, but we don't have anything set up like we usually do. We don't have a trailer set up yet, and we do not have a song or a voiceover yet. So I'm interested in maybe getting you in for like episode 4 or something. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I'd pay you as well, man.
Oh shit, man! I mean that'd be cool too, man. That'd be cool, too. No doubt. I'll definitely make. You ever hear like any songs off the Silent Hill soundtrack?
Yeah, dude, I like it. I also thought about this. You remember the Sinister movie? That got a really weird soundtrack.
That soundtrack is scary as fuck, dude. That
or the Us movie where they had remixed that rap. What was the song? I got 5 on it. He made it creepy. How I could do that? Something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna hook you up, bro. I'm gonna hook you up, no doubt. I'm gonna hook you up, no doubt. But
we'll talk details on it.
Oh fuck yeah, dude, absolutely. But yeah, Mr. Brandon Cotti, man, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely would like you for you to come back on later, maybe next month in October, since it's kind of like getting around.
Oh yeah, I know, definitely.
Yeah. Because I feel like I definitely could like find a lot more questions for you that I'd like to get answers from you from. I think
I would like to get you all on one of our paranormal podcasts. Like when we do a next paranormal podcast, when we do that, we have callers and all that stuff. But usually, we'll bring a special guest on, or we can advertise your work. And you guys can bring any paranormal experiences you had, or you can even just bring up locations. Because the podcast, we go over episodes that we've done, and we also talk with people that support their channel and your experiences of paranormal. I would like to have Steve on there as a skeptic, because we got skeptic fans. You guys could probably, I
was just about to tell you, how crazy would it be if this door just opened?
And I would love it. I would fucking love it. I'd tell you, give me that footage. So that would go viral for sure.
Yeah.
Matthew says the best guest yet.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. And I'm gonna share this podcast out everywhere. Actually, if you send me the download through my email, I'll get this out there.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll send you the video and the audio form of it. But
I'll get it edited. Man, I'll have the best moments. I'll get my director to fix it up for us.
Hell yeah, that'd be badass, man. But as far as your podcast, man, just say when and where, bro, and I'll most likely be there for you, dog. No doubt.
Me too.
Yeah.
And then
thank you again.
Yeah, man. What else? Anything? So kind of just. Hey, what's up, K Real? What's going on, man? Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself. I don't know where they can find your music at, too.
My name is K-Rail. You can find my music at www.soundcloud.com/K-Rail-94 if you guys want to hear my music.
Hell yeah, bro.
Nice to meet you, K-Real.
He's the guy.
Nice to meet you, too.
When you watch the live investigation tonight, guys, around 10:30, he's the guy that does all the film, but he's a scared little biatch. They love him. He's the Aaron Goodwin of Paranormal In The Funhouse. We love to fuck with him.
I mean, he loves to provoke ghosts.
This is the one that if something's happening, you know it's not fake when it comes to him.
Yeah,
Right.
Definitely. I feel it. I start having anxiety and everything. Like I can tell you guys. I could tell you guys my experience. We went to this place called the Maryland Inn in downtown Annapolis, and our spiritual reader Candy and Fun was coming downstairs, and then they told us that like they saw like they heard stuff upstairs in the attic and outside on top of the roof.
We were doing the spirit box separately, and we came down. Whatever we were talking to something dark. Whatever it was, when we came down, we brought it down with us because Korean K-Real experienced something he never experienced, where he got physically fucking choked. And I know my friend and him, he doesn't fake this, he doesn't lie. It's just
we have a skeptic of his friend is a skeptic, and even he watches us and says, "Yo, my friend K Real don't lie," and I don't believe in that shit. But he got physically choked, where he had to run out the building.
I had to run.
He thought he was gonna end up.
And when I got outside, I was still being choked and everything. And then I felt the anger like in the spirit. And then I started feeling angry, and I was walking up the block, and a spiritual reader saw me and was asking me if I was okay, and I told her no, I was being choked. And,
I actually wasn't trying not to laugh at you.
Man, that shit wasn't funny, man.
But yeah, so basically, he's still learning a lot. He's got a lot to learn when it comes to this, but he's doing great with film. Very good job. But like I said, this guy right here, I brought him on for a reason. Because if anybody was, he's not skeptical, but he was the person that was like, I believe in it, but it never happened to me. So I like to have that where people can back up the claims. So
hell yeah! Shout out to K Real. Tell him it was nice to meet him. And
he said, "Nice meeting you, man."
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you, K Real.
So to kind of close out, just kind of go again. What you're up to this week? What's being released? Plug your stuff.
So the episode can be mailed to you by now. The episode should be released.
I'm hoping this weekend. What we do with our episodes until mid-season is they get premiered live on Facebook, and you get like a day or two in advance to get a notification. They get busy. Our podcast, our live investigations, and premieres get fucking busy.
So we'll let people know about when the episode's actually released. But tonight, I'm on Eastern time. It's 12:31. It's midnight. 10:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight. We're going to the Robert Johnson House, which is connected to the historic downtown Annapolis, Maryland, very haunted, right next to the Maryland Inn Haunted Hotel, Calvert House Hotel. They're all connected. We've never been in this one. We just found out the stories, the claims. This one actually apparently has a decapitation. I'd never been to an investigation where they said they seen apparitions of decapitations. And that's probably going to be something evil, dude. If that's something bad. So I'm actually looking forward to it, but you never know. We might go and it might be a bust. When we do live investigations, if it's a bust, we won't make an episode out of it. It will just be a live investigation. So that's why I never fake my shit. We will not put anything out. We will not do it. If it's nothing there, it's nothing there. I believe it will be something there. It's right between the two other haunted hotels that we went to. The staff don't even work in there. People don't stay there.
There's gonna be one pissed off motherfucker looking for his head. That's why.
But yeah, we had finally and officially our YouTube channel will be out within next month. Finally. But everything on Facebook, dude, all you gotta do is my name and look it up on uniform or hashtag Paranormal in the Funhouse. I try to do that. They're gonna see it. I always hashtag Facebook partner, hashtag Paranormal Funhouse. This is old clothing. We got brand new clothing actually being sent out. Our new clothing lines being released, so I'll keep you guys updated by next month. The new clothing lines released. We have old clothing, but the new one that's coming out looks amazing. You actually see it on one of my posts. Yeah, dude, I look forward to bringing you guys more. And if you subscribe to our channel, we do weekly, monthly giveaways of gaming, gift cards, paranormal equipment. And if you're a subscriber, and then usually if you're in your area, we'll bring you on board to our show. And I'll bring out from the episode, another 30 minutes of the episode we couldn't. Because remember, it only can stay between 40 and 50 minutes long. So if you're subscribed, I'm going to release uncut, unraw, and more footage that people probably want to see, like the cleansing, the rituals that may have been done. So that's what we're doing, man. That's what we do.
Badass, man. And for me, I'll be doing a Resi 7 stream probably tomorrow, and I might do a special might do a special music stream with my buddy Mark on his channel awesome. Vault Media. I'm still not sure if we're doing it. I'll probably get the live streaming done, the RE7 live stream done beforehand. Okay. I definitely want to tune into your show, to your
I like to come by. Actually, go ahead and cross post your gaming video tomorrow. Just
let people know when you cross post and be like, same. It's the same person we just had in the podcast. I'll even update it. Give me an hour in advance before you go on, so that way we can get this one.
As long as it's okay with you, man. As long as it's okay with you, man. But that's what I got going on. And yeah, Brandon, we're gonna have to do this again. We're gonna have to. I want to get you on here again, and so we can talk more about this stuff. I definitely have more questions.
Definitely. I mean, I'm down to do it as soon as you want to after that episode release, man. I'll come right back and talk about it.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm just kind of here. So,
dude, I love it. I love that you're here because you're a skeptic, and I love it. But I do appreciate your respect as a skeptic because trust me, there's people that just mock me.
That's what that's what I want to say, man. It seems like you've been through some stuff in your life and whatever, and I just want to say, you keep doing you, man. You know what I mean? Like you got a good head on your shoulders. Love to see the trajectory that you're on. I'm definitely going to watch, your when you get on YouTube. I don't have a Facebook, but when you get on YouTube, I'll definitely be subscribing and whatnot. So it was a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to maybe one day meeting you in person and doing a investigation with you.
That'd be awesome.
It was a lot of fun, man. And
you guys are very talented together. We got Weird Al Yankovic, and I'm trying to compare you to somebody, but I don't know. You seem like you're really smart, but you're nonchalant. You're like, oh, there's a bowling ball just fell on my head. It's okay. You're like that type of guy. It's like, it's all good though. That's how you remind me. And then SWETZ, like I said, that's like Weird Al's son. So.
That's funny. Yeah, man. You just keep doing you, man. You keep grinding, man. And
yeah, dude. Absolutely.
Great stuff.
I'm gonna put that. Give me your email, dude. Since you're not on Facebook, I'll send you our 2 official episodes. If you haven't seen them, I'll send it to you, Steve.
I'm gonna put it in the private chat that's in StreamYard here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that now, so you have it.
All right, sounds good.
But yeah, while you're doing that, Steve, I just want to thank everyone who watched, who liked, who hearted this video. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're and Twitch. Thank you all so much for watching. We hit a new record today. 22 live consecutive viewers at one single time. So yeah, so
it's gonna get even. You're gonna get more now.
It's gonna get even bigger, and I can't wait for that to happen. And I have you guys, you to thank for that.
Don't give up on your dream, man, because you're gonna get something out of it. Like I said, we're new to Facebook, so we're used to having like 300, 400 viewers. We don't have that yet, but don't give up.
You're gonna get that partnership before I think you know it. You're gonna get it fast.
Yeah,
I ended up getting it so quick. And I think you actually had more talent than I had. And you still got the drive. I got the drive for my career, but for streaming, you got the drive I used to have. So that's good. Keep it up, because my drive for streaming is not there as much as it used to be. And I can tell you got it. So you got this.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, and thank you again to all the people that watched. And if you can, on your way out, everybody, if you can like and share this out, if you haven't done so already, follow Brandon at his page at Fun Uniform, all one word, lower caps, on Facebook. And yeah, I think that about wraps up episode number 13 of the SWETZ and Steve Show.
13. Oh my goodness. What a weird coincidence. I'm known as Friday the 13th. My birthday is Friday the 13th.
What the hell?
And every place that I move at, my address is 13. And I'm on your 13th episode. Robert Johnson house. If I get a room tomorrow and it says 13 on it, I'm slapping it.
Oh, shit.
I'm be cursed. That's crazy. I didn't know it was number 13. That number follows me everywhere, dude. That's so weird.
Hell yeah. We got Felix Haas says cheers. Thank you for watching, Felix Haas. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ploxer. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Mickey, and everyone else. And just one more thing before we go. This is also our longest podcast, 3 hours and 4 minutes so far. So that's a nice little record too.
Yeah. Keep doing longer ones. Keep doing longer ones. It's better. I do like
6
hour podcasts. If you
got I know.
You got enough stories, take breaks in between them and have, like I do with paranormal, I take breaks and then I have clips and videos and stories play.
Oh yeah.
And we take breaks. You guys should start playing music videos and also playing game clips when you take your breaks so you can go longer.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for watching episode number 13 of the SWETZ and Steve Show with special guest Brandon Cotti. It has been a pleasure, and I hope you all have a good night. And as always, shishikada. Bye, guys.
Take it easy.